Hey, Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
Now, here's the difference between me and you two, okay? Because we are built different. But I watch all of wrestling, and I listen to everything that's said. And when Cody Rhodes says all they're doing is copying the Attitude Era, I listen to that too. That's some hard times. Hey, what's going on? We promise we won't get into wrestling talk for a while, hopefully. Even though Dub was there. And Cody
live and in person.
Cody Rhodes is talking about how all they've been doing for the last 20 years is imitating the Attitude Era, and they need to move along from that.
You don't even like the Attitude Era.
I don't mind the Attitude Era. I don't mind every era for it. The only era that you guys don't watch any of that stuff. You've never watched. Pete has openly admitted he's only watched wrestling since the two bald-headed dudes started AEW or whatever with whoever started that. I don't even know what it is. He says he's never watched the Attitude Era. He didn't
shortly
the Wrestling Wars. He never watched regional wrestling. He never.
No, that's not true. I watched like way back in the 80s. I watched Hulk, and I watched that.
Oh, but that was after regional.
Yeah. I didn't watch before that. I watched Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Jimmy Snuka. I had all my LJN figures, the big rubber wrestling guys. I had all that stuff. But then I stopped.
It's too early for wrestling.
It is. We'll get to it later.
Let's get in. We got a bunch of other stuff. You guys are loving these segments we were doing with the little look backs and whatever. So we're going to continue to do it. I don't even know isn't that the shoes? Weren't there shoes called LA Knights?
No, it's LA Gear and British Knights.
Oh, two different. I put them together. I do that a lot, believe it or not.
It's easy to do.
Sorry.
They're no K-Swiss.
All right, give me a second. I'm going to get back to character because I had a sick kid there for a little bit. All right, today hey, listen, you guys, we've asked you. We've got a great response. You guys enjoyed the last month or so of this new format of TAC. Once again, we've changed. It is one day we have to get a collage of how TAC started and where we're at now, because I think every 3 or 4 months we just switch up what we're doing. We do have a couple other things.
Stay fresh, keep it interesting for us.
We are. We're going to go back actually
over and over again.
Actually, in about a couple of weeks, we're going to go back, and we have a couple things we're going to hit up that we did before. So that's kind of cool. But right now, we're going to stick on the same thing. Do these little look backs. It's kind of fun too because it's reminiscent.
Because the new version of a book came out recently.
Yeah, it gives people a little bit of history too, of some of the people are new in the chat, right? Like they think they've been here for a long time, but 1 year or whatever. So that gives them kind of a history back and forth of what kind of happened, which is nice. It's nice to talk about that too and fun. So
let's the original tier lists when we started with what do we do, Carnage books or something?
Oh yeah. I'm talking even before that, back in the old the old G Plus days. We give some G Plus stories and some Raz stories from back then, which is nice. Yeah. I mean, because the chat, two people in our chat probably, I don't even think go that far back. I actually don't think there's anybody in our chat that goes that far back. I mean, there's some creepers that watch us that do, but not people in the chat. So anyways, GT Comics, he's got it first. He's got it live. Thumbs up and high. Tommy, thank you for the 12. Geez, 12. It's been a year of membership.
Year.
Holy hell. We really changed that around, didn't we?
Tax 9 times.
Tax show time. Have a good one, fellas. And to quote Albert Hubbard. Who's Albert Hubbard? He's a writer, right?
E.L.
Hubbard? Yeah, I think that's who it is.
Scientologist.
Oh.
That's Ron L. Ron.
That's Ron L. Hubbard.
Yeah, or Ron
Albert Hubbard. Did he own I don't know who he is. Somebody look him up. We're looking really bad here, guys. Don't take life too seriously, as you'll never get out of it alive. Cheers. That is a good line. You guys, I assume that's probably some actor, right? No,
a writer.
Oh, he's a writer. So I was right.
From 1856 to 1915.
Got the S tier.
What's that?
The little they get the little marker next to their name in the chat. 12 months is S tier. I think Joe's got it. Marv's got it.
Well, hold on. Let's get to it. Jeffrey Drake.
You can't see it with StreamYard. StreamYard just shows you the weird. You don't know what that symbol is. It's just like a weird looking S.
Oh yeah. Does he have it, or does Jeffrey have it, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 12 months. That's just S.
Wait, no. What's Jeffrey got? He's got the gold, so it's over 6 before 12.
Parts of Hawaii are. Yeah, we did. We sent out a couple messages to Jedi. We haven't heard anything back yet. We hope everything
Yeah, I
is
hope everything's okay.
A-okay. Okay, and still haven't got any message back for that. So we'll know about in a couple days. Hopefully, send out the prayers for him, or the thoughts, or the whatever you do. Burn some juju or whatever it is.
Dub, you got the veteran one.
Marv,
Second
happy Text Day. Happy Tech Day to you too, Marv. What do you mean he's got a veteran?
It's
The
the
symbol. I
badge.
just want to know what my symbol was.
Oh, huh? You guys are confusing me. Sticks boy. Tack. It's time to shine. Star shines. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Very good. Thank you, Sticks. Make sure you're checking out those boys on. Well, Sticks is like on every show that I'm not on.
Yeah,
so.
Sticks is just on every day, I think now.
And when he's not on, he's still on doing Fortnite and stuff. So it's pretty awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's unfortunate for him. He should grow. You know, he's a little bit too old to be playing kids games. He should step his game up.
Yeah,
I don't-
And then
I know he played Fortnite previously. He made.
Oh, I will tell you,
Fortnite.
I got down. I played for 2 hours of. I had a little bit of time today, so for 2 hours I played Modern Warfare, and oh my gosh, the missions are just the most toxic missions ever. I was beating people with riot shields. I was finishing off moves for no reason. I would like all the dirtiest plays you could do. Those are the missions right now. So yeah, I was really scummy today, which is nice. All
I
right,
only played for a little bit, but yeah.
you know what I'm talking about? They have the good side and the bad side, and even the good side's like scummy missions, dude. Joe Doolins, evening gents. Like one is like pull your finishing off move 3 times, beat somebody down with a melee weapon 6 times. You know, all those like, so you're running
It's
around
tough.
with like
It's
katanas. Yeah, you're running out with katanas, sneaking up on people, and like,
just
and then you hear some little squeaker kid scream, "I'm going back to Fortnite!" And you're like,
you just do shipyard and just run a little crazy, just swinging. Keep looping little corners.
I don't pay for it. I play for free. So, oh, sorry, Joe. What's up, Joe? Is it that Uncle Rico? It is.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Uncle
Evening,
Rico.
gents. Evening, Joe. What color is Joe's? Gold.
Joe's got he's got the S tier.
Okay. Or green or whatever. Eric, hi.
It's the S tier. It's the
whatever, dude. Marco got beat up by Marty Jannetty in a bar back in the 90s. No, I
believe
don't think that's true. Marty Jannetty.
One half of the Rockers.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Marty though. Marty Jannetty.
I don't know any other Jannetties.
Yeah, I think that never happened. That definitely didn't happen. The 90s was prime Marco. That shit did not happen in the 90s. I might have robbed Marty Jannetty in the 90s. That might have happened in the 90s, but not in the 90s. Thank you though, BK. Give him a bell for that one. He got a good one today. That was funny. Where's the bell?
Ring the bell.
I might have actually robbed him in the 90s. I don't know. Tyson, good evening, all. Good evening, Tyson. Dang it, I hate when StreamYard does this. We need to get rid of StreamYard here. We need to get a new thing. Matthew, what's good? Aloha, gang. Hey, is it all good over there?
I need time to figure it out. If we get a new thing, I need time to work.
Hold on. Matthew's in Hawaii too. Matthew, are you okay down there? Please tell us you're okay. LA Knight, I don't know what that means. Ed, only Maui is on fire. Jedi isn't. Aloha. So he is safe. Oh, cool. Thank you, Matthew. Well, he's someplace that's not Mahi, all right?
Not Maui.
Nope. Where it doesn't matter.
It does matter. It's a different island.
Are you an expert on Hawaii all of a sudden?
I know that there's multiple islands on Hawaii.
Yeah, multiple islands. So
Hawaii's one place.
On fire, you're okay.
I don't. Whatever. It's one little place. You can't even watch football out there anymore because they play at 6 a.m. and they have a bowl game once a year. You can't be the first, but you can always be the next. Woo!
I used to love playing with the Hawaii team on NCAA. You know, you make your draft classes for Madden. Tommy, who was that quarterback that had back in the day? Tommy.
No, we know BK. We got that. That's on Pete.
I don't know.
If they ain't writing funny books, Marco don't know him. I do know him. I just don't know who that guy was. I'm not really hip on 19 or 1800 posts. Not my thing. Bruce, Hey guys, hey. What's my symbol? I don't know. Jesus is getting long. Okay, everybody's going crazy already. I think I messed up enough stuff. Where is he? Leftover.
Hey, here's Jedi.
Happy National Alabama Cheer Day to all. What? Alabama Cheer Day to all. What is he talking about?
I don't know. Maybe it's a day.
I'm not looking it up either.
Oh yeah, don't look that up. Zaggy put it up there. Don't look that up.
Yeah, not looking. At
Tommy. Oh, Tommy Chung was smoking. Is that what happened on
Jedi? Good to hear you. See you're okay.
No, I think that was the quarterback that I was talking about from back in the day.
Oh, the Hawaiian quarterback.
Hawaiian
Yeah.
quarterback.
It's like early 2000s Madden. Like, just thinking of the roster.
Tommy Chung. Jeez.
Yeah, my membership was just gifted like a week ago, so not or something like that. So
I think it adds though.
oh, does it? It
Yeah.
randomly just showed up. I don't even know if I was there.
Yeah, it was probably AOA.
Yeah, probably.
Which
Or-
is the Big Island?
Yeah.
What is the Big Island?
Hawaii?
Hawaii's the Big Island, and then fucking whatever.
I think so.
I'm not trying to.
Oh, right. Yes, I know what you're talking about, Zaggy.
What I don't know. What that means.
The riverboat fight.
Oh, the
people on
riverboat
dock.
fight!
Yes.
Where the
I
lady
still don't
gets
know
hit
what
with a
you guys are talking about.
chair.
Yeah. The
Oh, we ain't gonna get to that.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that.
Sure.
All
I'll
right.
send it to
just-
you. I'll send it to you
I'll-
privately. Pete.
You should not. There's some words you definitely should not say, and
Yeah,
some
well, I
people
know that.
decide to say some words, and then some other people decide to jump in a lake and beat the living fuck out of them.
Cool.
I mean,
It's
you
true.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty
if
much.
you fuck
that's what
around,
happens.
if you fuck around,
Then
you're
you're
going
gonna
to find out. And those motherfuckers all found out.
You
All
called
found out.
down the thunder. Well, you got.
Oh fuck, dude! They
Wow.
called it all down. I mean, it was brutal, dude. It was brutal.
It's ridiculous.
Shirt off, yeah. Rule of thumb: shirt off plus cops equal jail. That's what it did. They assaulted. Didn't they assault a cop? That's
It
what
was
happened.
security guard, I think, but
Security guard. Either way, man.
yeah,
Dude, look, come on, man.
it was inappropriate. Whatever they did.
It was a bunch of wannabe overweight woo chicks and a bunch of Billy boys. So
Billy boys.
Still, every time you say woo, I'm thinking Wu Tang.
no, woo chicks like
I know, but it takes me a
Chicks that
second to
get
have to.
can't handle themselves in
Translate it.
public and shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't a great. Yeah, there might have that one dude took like 12 chair shots to the head. Dude, that one dude was just handed. He was not discriminating. He was handing out chair shots to anybody. Anybody that came within a foot of him, he just chair shot. Okay. And there's 8 major islands. Let's have them. Yeah. There's 8 major ones. Yeah, we know that. Yeah. Yeah. And there are 4 other major ones. Well, you don't tell us the 4 other major ones. Oh, Big Island. Oh, that's where he got arrested. Ooh. Oh, they have reenactment videos. I might have to watch some of those.
Well, that could be fun.
Mm-hmm. ECW.
ECW.
Oh, ECW. It was a lot like ECW. It was. All right, let's get into news. Yeah.
News? All right,
Fuck
let
around
me
and
run
find
this
out,
Oh,
bro.
the news. Oh shoot. I gotta
It's
get
all right.
away.
Well, hey, listen. I mean, people definitely were fucking around. They definitely found out. And I don't know. For moving your boat, just move your boat, man. Shut the fuck up. And by the way, if you drink that much, you probably shouldn't be driving a boat anyways.
Yeah, I think it's
So,
illegal.
Well, I think there was 4 dudes and 1 security guard, and they thought they were going to just berate the security guard and push him around. And then chairman happened. Chairman came in. Chairman, not just dude. There's one point where a dude. Okay, so it's like a bay type area, right? It's like a bay type area. There's a dude that just fucking. He's like, fuck it, I can't run down fast enough. He jumps in the water and starts swimming across. Pops up, kicks off one shoe, has another shoe on, and just starts swinging, dude.
So he Matt
He's like-
Riddled it into the boat. Just
Dude, he was
his shoes
no.
off.
Then they try to go back into the boat, and like they let people like, oh no, you're not getting away with that. It ain't leaving. You ain't leaving. And because the word they were dropping, like, yeah, I mean, it ain't bright. I mean, I bet you hear it a lot in Alabama, but it ain't smart.
All right. Well, we're going to our other news now.
All right, let's
Right.
go. Alabama, what a shithole of a state.
So,
Drove Just drove through it.
same here. Yeah, I didn't stop.
Oh, I got a story.
Literally
I can
did
tell.
not stop.
I could
the
tell
whole
a
time.
story of Alabama especially in Montgomery, but is not becoming of Montgomery. Let me tell you that. I won't tell it here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a late night.
Maybe save it for a private show.
Yeah.
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 All right, so let's talk about some news. News has been a little tight lately. There's been some things to talk about, but I mean, our top story is this.
That BK giving giving
hey, I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but somebody didn't have news ready, so I had to fill.
Exactly, Joe.
No, I had to fill because you didn't have news ready.
No,
so there we go.
You started 5 minutes before my news wasn't ready.
No, I was looking. I didn't see news. So
yeah, but then he did, but that's still pretty good, BK.
Chairman, gonna bash your head in 10 times. Chairman, he'll take out your woo chick 2 times. Chairman, don't worry, he'll hurt you all. That's Chairman. All right, let's go.
This never-ending goddamn battle with my nest. Some bitch.
Chairman was tall as fuck too. He's like 7 feet tall. 10 feet tall with the chair. All right, let's go.
So this is Julia Sydney Sweeney, who has confirmed that she will be playing Julia Carpenter, aka Spider-Woman, in the Madam Web movie. I know Marco is looking forward to this, to see this, because I know he's a huge fan of the Sony Spider-Man properties, more than anybody else that I know.
I'm a fan. I really am a fan of like C-rate fucking movies. I remember watching them as kids. I enjoy that, like, you know, not great acting and, you know, a little bit of overacting and you know, okay fucking graphics and shit. I don't have a problem with them. Yes.
This has a huge cast. Nostalgia. I mean, this is one of the people that's in there, along with Dakota Johnson, and like there's like a bunch of people in this movie, and
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, she could pull this off. I don't know what the movie's going to be like, what the story's going to be like, but
start selling some more Secret Wars. Was it 6 or 7?
7. Mm-hmm. Secret Wars 7. First Julia Carpenter.
Yeah, the pink one.
Pink cover. Yep.
I went straight to the comic store about every comic that mentioned my character.
Yeah, so that's positive. At least you like cared about what her character did in the comics.
I don't believe that for a fucking second.
Oh well, I mean that's what she said. So
she could just been on the internet and looked it up because they give her unlimited Marvel access.
Oh yeah, she could have. So that was our top story, by the way. So anyway, let's talk about the box office this week. What do you think the number one movie was?
It's the same. It was not Turtles.
It was not Turtles.
Good Lord.
Barbie makes history with $1 billion at the box office. She did it in 17 days to the 1 billion mark, 1.03 globally. And
actually, I agree. 3 Rivers.
Greta Gerwig is the first woman director to reach that milestone. So, like a woman solo director.
Yep.
So that was kind of a big deal. Surprisingly, Meg 2: The Trench came in number 2 with 30 million.
Big.
We are really at the end of fucking times.
Oppenheimer was in 3rd place. The 2, 3, and 4 were really close. Turtles came in with 28, and Haunted Mansion is still hanging in there with the.
Whoa!
I've heard lots of good stuff about this.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
Movie.
Well, don't forget,
I haven't seen it yet.
Turtles opened on Wednesday, so some of their weekend money was made on Wednesday and Thursday.
Gotcha.
Oh, 6 to see Blue Beetle tomorrow. Good luck.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of C-rate movies.
Yeah.
Oof, that one's not tracking well.
That one, yeah that one's. Oof, I watched the other trailer and I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I still kind of want to see it. My son wants to see it, but
it started off good, and then Grandma pulled up a fucking weapon for some reason, and I'm just like, I'm out. But I'll still watch it.
Yep.
I don't even know what Haunted Mansion is. I don't even know what Haunted Mansion is.
It's a Disney movie based on the theme park.
Yeah. Oh, the theme park thing?
You're doing the Eddie Murphy thing.
Again? Like, why are we doing this?
I don't know. Ahsoka's in it.
Yeah.
She's rated Ahsoka, so.
And what's his name? Mobius.
Oh, Owen Wilson?
Yeah, Owen Wilson's in it too.
So Barbie Beach House is now going to be part of this Mattel theme park that was already planned to be opening next year in Glendale, Arizona. So Marco's gonna visit pretty quick, maybe opening day.
Kyle's already got his season passes.
Yeah, it's within the walls of this Vi Resort, I think, or Val. I think it's Vi. Bunch of Mattel themed attractions with Hot Wheels, Master Universe, Thomas the Tank Engine, Thomas and Friends, and now Barbie's gonna have a bigger presence because the movie is doing so well that they want to have an attraction for people to go see Barbie's Adventure House.
You know what? I mean, I just wonder. I'm looking at this, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking of like the age group of like the 10-year-olds to probably like 5-year-olds right now. Where I know the children of this age because that's where my kids are at, right? And yeah, this doesn't seem like a park that they'd be shouting to go to.
What else are you gonna do in Arizona? Go to the Grand Canyon and go here.
Oh, it's in Arizona. Well, I wouldn't take them to that shithole anyway. So
Look, you see there's a big loopity-loop roller coaster back there, so you already see it's not really
Probably
targeted
Hot Wheels.
probably
theme.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah, Hot Wheels themed roller coaster.
My kids are like, oh yeah, the car is fine, but not like they don't care about Hot Wheels.
Yep.
Even though there's a Masters of the Universe, they might want to watch the new one.
That-
Thomas, though, they're
now,
older than Thomas.
I
the
might
Train
go.
now.
Joe,
They really-
I might go. We had a little mask section.
Was it
Yeah.
Mass Kenner? Is it Mattel?
I don't know.
Yeah, G.I. Joe had a mask figure not that long ago, so I think it's under the Hasbro.
Yeah, it may be under Hasbro.
Yeah,
I
they
think
made
it
a
was
Matt
Hasbro.
Tracker figure a while back in the 25th anniversary line.
I mean, my daughter still loves Barbie, but she likes Disney princesses just as I mean, it's not like they make Barbie isn't like the only Barbie anymore. There's like 80,000 Barbies now. Like Disney does the princesses as Barbies. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, there's a whole bunch more Barbies coming out because of the movie, like limited edition.
Yeah, I know,
Mattel
but like
website
the one thing
and
the one thing even in the recession that never sold out was Barbies.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Okay.
Like,
Hmm.
I mean, they're
Well-
always there. They're like
Well,
$6,
they're also
$7.
they became synonymous with the doll. Like, not all dolls are Barbies, but everybody calls them.
Yeah,
like,
no, what I'm
Barbies.
saying is like
Like
you couldn't
Candyland.
find other types of dolls. Like you couldn't find like the Star Wars or the Disney ones. Those ones sell out. But the actual Barbie brand, like, dude, you could still get. That was the only thing on clearance you could still get. So, I just don't.
The other
ahead.
thing with Barbie is like you can only buy, like Barbie is the thing that sells. Like there's offshoot characters. Like with other things, you talk about other things like they have different characters. Disney princesses, there's different ones.
Yeah.
Cinderella, and then Barbie is just Barbie, although like it's still a bunch of
Yeah, I mean they have some
different
cool
Barbies,
ones. Like
but
they
they're
got
also called Barbie.
snowblower, the snow, like what the snow one, and then like. But how many veterinarian Barbies can you buy? Because they got 20. You only need like one. You might get away with 2. And then the little skipper kid got 1 too. Hey, look, I got a girl. I buy a fucking Barbies. What do you want? But she rather if I was like, hey, you want a pony,
Hey,
My Little
I
Pony,
got a
or a
boy.
Barbie?
Right.
I got a son. Yeah, get him even a couple of Barbies.
If you want My Little Pony or a Barbie, she's going with My Little Pony.
They're all DC ones though.
If you go princess or Barbie, she's going with princess. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she likes the Barbie, but she already got she got the plane. That was on clearance. Bought that thing for like $10. Bought the sailboat, the jet ski boat. Bought that thing for $12. And this is the recession, so like, shit, man. I mean, nothing was on clearance in that. Anyways, all right.
Let's move on to some awesome news here. Enter the Dragon is having its 50th anniversary this coming week, and they're going to have a theater. I think it's 1 day or 2 days in the theater, depending on where you live. Originally, it was released on August 17th, 1973 in New York City. Wider release on August 19th. So a special engagement, theatrical re-release on August 13th and or 16th, depending on where you live. So, and also they're putting out like a 4K Blu-ray special edition of the movie as well. So go see it. It's a pretty awesome movie.
Yeah, I love this movie.
Fantastic movie.
Just one of those sneaky movies that you think's okay. It's like, oh, it's just karate and fighting. It's okay. And then there's like hidden boobs in it that you forget about. Like, yeah, show it to my son. There's boobs and drugs. I forgot about it.
Come straight out of a comic book.
Now we're stuck on Hans Island.
All right, let's talk about some streaming news. Got a few little tidbits. Starting with Disney Plus and Hulu are raising their prices.
Big
Only,
surprise.
only for the ad-free things, because there's an ad tier. So the ad-free, if you want premium, you got to pay for it. It's going up like $3 So originally it was $10.99. Now it's $13.99. You can save money if you get the bundle, because they always want you to get the bundle with things that you don't want to watch.
Yep, I got it.
Yeah, they get Disney, Hulu, and ESPN Plus.
Well, I want the 2. I don't need ESPN Plus, but I want the 2.
Right. You want Disney and
I just
Hulu.
don't have time for watching 30 for 30s. Like, I just don't have.
I think there is a bundle with just Disney Plus and Hulu. So
No, I got the
triple deal. Yeah. So anyway, the prices are going up. So that kind of sucks.
They're also doing the Netflix thing, I heard too, cracking down on the password sharing.
Yep. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, so that's gonna suck for me because that's it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. We'll see what happens.
Wait, how much is the bundle if you wait, go back to that. Hold on, go back to that. Go back.
I'm working on it.
Dual premium Disney, no ads, $20. You're paying $13.99 anyways?
Paying $13.99 just for Disney Plus. But if you get both, you're paying $20.
Yeah, you gotta pay the $20.
Might as well get the Hulu.
Because what am I paying for Hulu? With ads, $7.99. I'm paying $8. So right now I'm paying I'm already paying $18, so really it's just going up $2 for me.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah, with the bundle, you mean?
11. Yeah. Oh, I paid $19. It's going up $1 fucking dollar. Because I pay right now no ads for Disney Plus, and I have with ads for Hulu. So I'm paying $8 for Hulu. I'm paying $11 for fucking yeah, so it goes up like $2.
Why don't you just get the thing?
What thing?
What's the trifecta?
Because I don't fuck ESPN.
Oh, it's 25.
Why the fuck am I gonna watch?
I have
ESPN
some deal with
shit on it.
Like, Verizon has some deals still, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Plus, I think I get ESPN free.
Why don't you just get the Duo? That's $20 with no ads for both.
That's what I'm just saying. I'm saying it's only going up. It's going up $2 or a dollar. It's not
and no more commercials
that would
for
get you no ads because you said you're.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to get it with no ads.
Yeah,
and $1. Fucking A. I'm good in the hood.
Yeah, pay $1 more for no commercials.
What the fuck? We ain't. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Right. But I'm definitely not putting on ESPN bullshit. That's what I was saying. I'm trying to save money here.
Oh Jesus.
So yesterday this was kind of leaked on the
fucking A. This shit
on the Twitter, and then now we're going to get this was on actual news sites today. The chicken nuggets sweet and sour sauce promo, but you can get like other things that's not just chicken nuggets. So you can get like a Big Mac or a quarter pounder.
This is going to be like Rick and Morty session.
I don't know. That's what I read. I don't think they're going to be that.
No. Szechuan sauce. Yeah, it's Szechuan sauce is a whole different fucking. Szechuan
no, but
sauce
what I mean, like
a TikTok fucking thing.
The flipper mentality.
Yeah, but that was like a whole TikTok like fuck up thing that and they were short supplying them. This they're going to just come out with this.
This will be everywhere, I think. And then there's something where you're going to be able to scan the top of the sauce to do some kind of Snapchat thing. So if you want to Snapchat with your
when you're on the toilet having diarrhea from eating chicken McNuggets and sweet and sour sauce,
then you can Snapchat it. So,
dude, I was constipated the other. Oh, dude, I was constipated. I was constipated the other day. I went straight to McDonald's. I got a. Well, I still wouldn't eat lettuce from a McDonald's, but I ate a McChicken sandwich and a cheeseburger. No, it's just a little single cheeseburger. I'm telling you, within like 3 hours, I was cleared out like a goose. It was so nice. All taken care of.
All right. What fast food place makes the best nugget?
Chicken. McDonald's by far probably would make the best nugget. It's a crack
chicken McNugget by far. No fucking way.
Well, I'm not definitely not Burger King. I don't think I've had a Burger King.
They shape it like fries. Because even the McNugget, it's like
Wendy's.
processed.
I don't. Okay, McDonald's is better than Wendy's, if I recall. I haven't had them in a long time, so we got to. We're talking like I haven't had a nugget.
Chick-fil-A used to be on its own because it was actual pieces of chicken.
Well, see, I've never had that. I don't have. The only thing I've had is a Chick-fil-A sauce. About the sauce.
Oh yeah, I have never tried Popeye.
Oh, Popeye's nuggets are some good shit right there. Because it's real chicken. It's like the Chick-fil-A. But it's Popeyes.
More YouTube death videos coming? What does that mean? Or TikTok, rather?
But Chick-fil-A still not bad. You get a Chick-fil-A tray. You're a hero.
Okay, hey. You got to remember, when I had fast food, my fast food experience stopped when there was only 3 places to get chicken nuggets. Wendy's, Burger King, and fucking McDonald's. And Burger King tasted like you were chewing a piece of burnt fucking batter. Wendy's just was not good. And then for some reason, McDonald's tasted like a crackhead. So
No,
like,
you go to Popeyes, get their sweet heat dipping
oh,
sauce. It's some good stuff.
you know, it's better. It's
Actually, what they had, but it was a limited time thing. Megan the Stallion had a special sauce. That shit was delicious. It was delicious.
Where?
It was
from
it was hot.
Popeyes?
It was had a lot of heat.
By the way, don't shoot people. Like, don't shoot people in the foot, especially just because they want to get out of your car. That's going to send you to jail. Speaking of Megan 3 Stallions.
I mean, don't shoot people in the foot or in the
No, there's a
hand
reason
or-
to shoot people in the foot every once in a while. Just like
Yeah.
that one time Eddie Murphy
I saw
shot.
Harlem
What's your
Nights.
name?
Sometimes you got to shoot that gnarled, crusty toe right off her foot.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do that shit. You got to shoot somebody in the foot every once in a while. Just teach them a lesson. I mean, don't do it to Spider, but
Shoot me
don't
in
do
my
it to Spider.
pinky
But,
toe.
you know what I mean? Yeah. Your pinky toe.
Yeah, all right. So along with that, we're gonna move on to some Cartoon Network news.
He shot me in the pinky toe.
Teen Titans Go is gonna have some kind of crazy special where they go to the Warner Brothers studio, and if you notice in this, there's like you see like Yogi Bear and the
Yogi.
Flintstones and Scooby Doo people and Dexter and
Yeah, I see Dexter.
and you see all kinds. There was other pictures of them driving in a car with a Gizmo, the Gremlin, and all kinds. So
Shit, what was that alligator's name?
I
Behind Wonder
don't-
Woman. Damn it, I can't think of his name. He had that pink hat. and a
Oh,
tie.
yeah. What was his name? He's funny.
Oh,
He's
There you go.
arguably
McGill-
inappropriate a lot of times.
highly never. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
No, arguably, not
That's all right.
highly. Arguably inappropriate.
Yeah, because that's McGilla Gorilla over on the other side of things.
Mhm.
Damn, who's that gator?
You know.
Ella Reese. Yeah, that's right.
Wally. Is his name Wally?
Wally?
Oh,
I don't know.
that doesn't sound familiar, but I don't know.
Dude, I absolutely love it. You know what's great with this though, for all you people out there, try HAPPI happy drink while you watch this. It'll make you way
Yeah,
better.
Richard Pryor was
especially
awesome, but let's
if you're in
not
Texas,
forget about Red Fox.
Michigan, Minnesota,
Red
just order
Fox.
online HAPPI. Make sure you orders that stuff. Drink 2 or 3 of those, and then watch this. This will be excellent for you.
Yeah, the
Or
beauty
take it.
of Harlem Nights was that you had the 3 layers. You had Red Fox, and you had Pryor, and then you had Murphy. Like you had 3 generations.
Yeah, you had the
together.
3 back to back to back dudes. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, what's his name in it too? Baby the Kids.
Oh yeah. Robin
Yeah,
Harris.
Robin Harris
was
was in it too. Yeah.
Charlie Murphy was in it. And what's his name?
Robbie Harrison told.
Sorry, AOA. I'm
Shut
an
up.
uncluttered monster.
The friend from Martin.
About
He was
taking shit
Tommy
one time,
Smalls.
which was
I can't think of
hilarious.
his name. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I mean, it was.
I got you,
that
Ben.
whole movie was good.
Huge Eddie Murphy fan. I couldn't.
My pinky toe.
Still one of my favorites.
I
Who,
think
Eddie?
I have
like
that
Eddie.
record, Joe. I'm pretty sure I have that record.
The problem with Eddie is I love Eddie so much that I've watched like Norbit and like
Yeah, I
some
mean,
other
once you got
bullshit,
sit there,
Dr.
Nutty-
Doolittle's and
Nutty
like
Professor.
Nutty Professors. Oh, fucking
But
hell.
I can sit and watch Coming to America, Beverly Hills Cop 1 or 2.
Oh, I could watch all the Beverly Hills
Any
Cops,
of
of
that
course. Yeah. I mean, we had a corrupt police chief in Beverly Hills Cop, which was awesome. Did he end up going to? He ended up going to jail too.
Probably.
Like his Eddie Murphy's police chief was actually the police chief in Detroit.
Yeah, Gil.
And he had- Gil
I
Hill.
don't think
Go ahead.
Axel makes my
Yeah.
dick itch.
He ended up going to jail. Oh,
all right.
keep
And
going.
with that, let's move on to
It had nothing to do with that show at all. Besides,
nothing.
Mary didn't chew all your ass off, Captain. You still got a little bit of it
we
left.
still got a little left. Get out of here! Stop it! Let's go.
I can't help
Sonic and Friends will be on a TikTok animated series. They were gonna be this little chibi versions of them, so like Muppet Baby style on the TikTok, and you will be able to, little kids can watch Sonic. So
I
get
thought
them in.
TikTok was like 15 seconds or something.
So all that's gonna happen. Whoever we should do it first. You guys should copy this off TikTok, put it into one long thing, and then put it on YouTube first. If you can get that done, making them real, we'll really start getting some subs then. Don't steal my ideas.
All right.
Sonic and Friends, full season. 7
Yeah.
minutes long.
It's
7 minutes long.
With commercials.
Dude, I'm telling you. No, dude, you know how much
50
shit I watch?
episodes.
You know how much shit I watch at the end? It's like TikTok, and you're like on YouTube, I'll watch something, it'll be like at the end, it'll go boom. I don't have TikTok even downloaded or none of that shit. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like you watch something on there and just like da-da-da, and then at the end, it
TikTok
says
was all
TikTok.
just dancing.
I don't know. They use it to
No.
they do shit on TikTok, and then people steal it and they put it on YouTube, and they become popular on YouTube.
No, the people who actually make it will put it on
No.
YouTube and on TikTok and on
Well, they
Instagram
might do
Reels.
that, but somebody else steals
Other
them and
people
puts
do
them
too.
together.
Wally
and then-
Gator.
yeah.
All right, you're right. There it is, Wally.
Swinging alligator.
He's the greatest percolator.
Mhm.
Time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. That percolator? Green Velvet?
Alligator.
Percolator?
Time for the perk. What are we talking about?
Time for the percolator.
Do you know what he's talking about?
I know.
That's
It's
Green
not time for
Velvet.
the percolator.
Green Velvet's
It's
the
too
best.
early for the percolator.
It's never too early for the percolator.
It's too early for the percolator. All right, go.
All right,
Next up.
next up.
We have literally talked about none of your fucking news. We've talked
Nope.
about everything but your news.
Yeah, we
Well,
have.
that's what the news is for.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
Really
there was a
now?
new trailer that came out for the Continental. I kind of shrunk these images down so you could see them all, but there was like pictures released. I don't know who these people are over here. This guy with the hair,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's
Um,
with the haircuts?
the haircut, and the girl with the gun are together, I guess. And they're like, they got guns drawn on the guy who I think is supposed to be young Ian McShane. And then it looks like on the top corner looks like Ian McShane's getting taken somewhere. Then at the top left looks like the concierge. I don't Lucas, the concierge that helps out and watches the
Oh.
dog. Yeah, I can't remember his name. Anyway,
Is that guy?
uh,
That guy's really
Lance-
dead though.
Lance
yeah,
Reddick,
he passed away just recently. Yeah.
Yeah, just like not that long ago.
So night 1 on September 22nd, night 2 a week later on the 29th, and night 3 on October 6th. So 3 weeks, you get 3 episodes, and then that's all of it. So
Where's this playing on?
on Peacock.
Oh, fucking Peacock.
Oh, you want to get Peacock? They got Mario right now.
I have it for free because of my cable package.
Apart from
Not
the-
anymore. You don't. That expired on 26th of July or June.
What?
Yeah, you had it for 1 year for free.
Okay,
through
well, I'm gonna
Comcast.
bootleg this shit because I refuse to get Peacock. 'cause
Okay,
it's
sounds
garbage.
good.
No, that's where you get all your WWE pay-per-views.
Yep, that's where you
And
watch.
you get the other stuff.
It's true.
It's worth it.
Yeah, I
Plus,
don't
they
watch
had things
Prime
like
either.
Cocaine Bear was on there.
Guys,
like,
listen.
first.
All I do is bootleg all that shit, anyways. If it's
Eh.
anything from Amazon or for Peacock, I'm bootlegging it. Don't care. Come
Okay.
after me.
After your buddy Bootleg Dave.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
So let's talk about a couple comic things. So let's talk about this book. It's called Dwellings. It's from Oni Press. It's on sale to Lunar already this week, but Diamond is delayed. So don't go out there and pay a bunch of money on eBay for it because you think that only some stores got it. It's going to come out next week. Diamond's going to get their orders next week. It did get allocated. It said 10% allocation. The 10% allocations mean they're only getting 90% of their order, or they're only getting 10% of their order. I wasn't sure. I don't. If anybody knows that, let me know.
Bullshit either way.
Right. Well, it looks like a Harvey comic, and it's got this cover. There's a 1 in 10 bloody
No.
version.
I'm saying it's when they say that shit about the 90% capacity, it's bullshit. Anyways.
Oh,
that
I
just
see.
means
Okay.
they're holding it back for reorders. Which
Gotcha.
is
Well, they already
bullshit.
announced a second and third print at
Yeah.
San Diego
No,
when they
second
announced
is
it.
coming out like already.
Yeah, so the second print's coming out. Well, that's
With
being
the
delayed
first print.
next week. It was supposed to be out next week, but they're delaying it at Diamond because the first print got delayed, which is ridiculous. But that's what they're
Yeah.
doing.
And then the third print's been all the talk on FOC, and there's a 1 in
Right.
10 bloody.
Yeah.
It's doing
So
well.
Hey, sell it if you can.
yeah, right, exactly. So if you got it, there's gonna be people that want it, but if you need it, just wait.
It's not selling for a premium. Let's just be clear. This is one. It's a $10 cover to start with. It's $10 to start. So most places still have it for like $9. I got like a little bit of a
10%
discount.
of one out of every 0 books ordered.
But the 1 in 10 is selling for like 40 to 50.
There you go. Wow. So
Anyway,
after eBay fees, you made a whopping $3. Good job. I'll save more by bundling my fucking Hulu and Disney.
Hell
And
yeah.
bundling your car insurance with Geico.
Fuck no, I don't Geico.
Yeah, Lopez. That's why I was a little late getting to the room because Had to see the no-hitter celebration.
Walking Dead is putting out a 20th anniversary box sets. There's 4 different sets. Each one's $125, and each one contains 1/4 of the story.
Oh,
So I believe you have to spend $500 to get the whole set. Is what it sounded like to
buying
me.
this shit?
People who don't have it yet.
People who don't have it yet. I didn't go look at the pre-order. So
It's trade paperbacks though,
and black and
Go
white.
get the trade paperbacks.
Well,
in black and white.
think
It
about
comes
that
in a
though.
fancy box.
Well, even with the fancy box, like think about it though. You're gonna buy what 32 volumes? So that's 32 trade paperbacks. 15
Ohio's
bucks a piece.
hey, Lopez is in the one state I think he'll find home and belongs in Ohio.
That's kind of what you're doing already.
Wait, what? Yeah, it's
Paying for this.
I'm
I'm saying like the price. Like
it's
you're
$10
paying
a
for
volume,
trade
32,
paperback.
320
You
bucks.
just get a cool box now.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Joe.
Yeah, I already have my trade paperback set.
Yeah.
Because that's how I read that series. I didn't buy the floppies. I was like, I'm never getting those originals.
It's in
Too
black and white.
hard. I'm fine.
Hey, Ryan.
Trades.
It's in black and white. Black Spider. It's in black and white.
Yeah, black and white. Yeah.
Just the
Hell yeah,
boxes are
Matthew. No
colored.
window. Not buying it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
How many window figures? No window.
this is a spoiler coming up, so it's not a huge spoiler because I don't know if anybody really cares. So I did read this and I thought it was interesting for those of you who care about this guy. Lobo might be having some type of event because apparently Brainiac has, what is it, Zarnia
Yes.
Oh,
in a bottle. So that
Uh-oh.
means there might be more Lobo people
Uh-oh.
in the bottle.
Boy.
Oh
So that
boy.
means you're gonna get a bunch of Lobo people running around
Can't
no.
wait.
with just Lobo. So for those of you who are a fan
So
of
they're
the
gonna bring back
Lobo,
Lobo's daughter
Bastard.
and then
Lobo's daughter's already
son,
here. He's already talking about his daughter here. She was in
And then
this.
Lobo's
Yeah, so
baby
this-
mamas.
This was at the very end of Superman Annual that released yesterday, I believe.
Lobo's
Oh,
dog.
So, yep. Yeah. So,
Lobo's
yep.
cousin.
Yep. Lobo's long lost second cousin, twice removed.
Lobo's mom and dad. Lobo's.
All of it.
All the Lobos.
All of it.
Gonna form a new group called the Lone Rangers.
The Lobo Rangers.
Yep.
You
So
missed
that's the
that one,
thing.
Pete. You missed it. You were there. You went up there. It looked like it was a
What?
home run, but it really got stuck to the wall. It's the Lobo Rangers. You would have
Not
had
Lobo. I was doing the Airheads reference.
it.
There's 3 of you. You're not exactly lone.
Yeah, his daughter was Crush, Teen Titans 20.
Yeah,
I believe.
20.
Oh, there we go. Los Lobos. There you go, Marv.
Los
Nice.
Lobos kick
Los
your
Lobos.
ass. Los Lobos kick your face. Los Lobos kick your balls into outer space.
Space. Los Lobos. Good job.
You got you.
Give it to him.
Nice.
Marv gets it. He got it first. Sticks gets a secondary bell, but they get it tonight. Bells are being handed out freely tonight.
Ring the bell!
All right. What's up next?
All right, look, Black Spider's going to buy the Lobo book. See, so at least one person got benefit out of that information.
I'll
be
probably
kinda
review
curious
the
to see
Lobos
what's
books, to be
going
honest
on.
with you.
All right, well, there you go. It's coming probably next year.
See, Ryan knew what I was doing.
No, he doesn't. He's just being nice.
No, he knew.
So this is
How much is this?
$189.99.
Oh,
I like Menasor too.
Yeah, Minotaur is awesome. 5. You get all 5 in a gift box, and then you can.
Motor Master kind of sucked on his
All the
own.
new ones
but
are.
once you put
It
them
was
all
too
together.
small. Yeah, yeah. All these gestalts were cool when they started coming out with all those.
On sale.
Yeah,
What do you
this
think
is.
the right price on this is? Like 120?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not gonna get less than 100, so 120 might.
Yeah, the right price is probably about 120.
Yeah, for 5. That's
Yeah.
still like.
I don't That's even a bit steep because 4 of those goddamn things are just little
They're small.
$15
Yeah,
transfer.
you're right. It might be $89.99 is the right price on this.
Yeah, there. I think you're more right. on.
190,
all right.
95. Yeah, half is gonna be
Yeah, this
95.
is under
so-
100, just under $100. Like
Yeah, just under 100. $89.99.95. Yeah. All right. That's a little bit overpriced, but we'll see what
So
happens.
yeah, this is actually coming out in
It has
September.
non-plastic windows, though. There's not plastic.
I do
Are
see
you
that. I
still
do
buying
like
it?
the windows.
It's,
I get
no,
to see
there's
it.
no plastic, though. They got rid of the plastic. It's just windows.
Oh, they're
That's
just
not plastic. No,
old.
because they wrap how they wrap them. Yeah.
You can touch the figures. They're just strapped down with plastic ties.
Gotcha.
With 80 pounds of ties in the back and a whole. You got to have.
Or they got those weird, like the weird twisty ones. That's not actually a tie. It's like a loop circle. That I don't know how they work.
Mm-hmm.
So if you missed out on SDCC exclusives, McFarlane has dropped a bunch of his exclusives on his website. All these 3 Dark Knight Gold Label figures. I wonder why there's so many.
Joker.
Yeah, Force Ghost Joker and regular Joker and Bane from the Dark Knight series, and then with Marco's favorite figure, this Superman 85th anniversary figure.
Fuck, that thing is dog.
What happened to him?
Mr. Freeze. That's like it's the logo. The 85th anniversary logo that DC created on the box there.
So fucking stupid.
So they made a figure that looked exactly like it.
No,
that's all it is.
It just looks so good.
When we talked about this a few weeks ago, and it was
this looks like what people used to do to like fucking He-Man and shit, where some kid thought he's creative and just started fucking painting shit on there for no fucking reason.
He just dropped him in the paint for a second. Oh shit!
Oh gosh, yeah, pulled it out. Yeah,
exactly. He just like one half of him went in. That's it. Oh damn it! I dropped him in the red.
Yeah, so all this tells me is that McFarlane figures did not sell at SDCC. Probably because nobody wanted them.
Shocking.
Surprise.
Yeah,
surprise.
So if anybody wants them, you can go buy them at McFarlane Toys.
Yeah, what's with the Wall-E, Mr. Freeze?
What's the right price on it? What's the right price on these? $1.93?
Yeah, I was gonna say like $1.50.
$1.99.
No, it's just.
I don't want them.
Just the size.
$5. $5. Is $5 the right? Is 5 and below the right price?
5 and below. Then I'll go okay.
Which one are you buying at 5 and below? I would now, just because of the irony of it, buy
just these Superman 3. 85. Or are we going back to the other 3?
I would buy the Joker or the Bane at $5. These are gold label figures too, so like gold label figures usually sell for $30.
I would buy any of those for $5.
I would probably get the Bane just.
I would buy because of how fucking terrible that's. Oh, sorry.
You buy the Force Ghost Joker for $5?
No.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't.
No, I don't want that. Force Ghost Joker have less than 0 interest in.
Yeah. I would pay $5 for fucked up Superman because it's so fucking bad.
Because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
What about Moon Man, Mr. Freeze with the Wall-E face?
Yeah, no, because I don't even think any. I mean, what do you do with that? I don't even think like anybody like somebody would be like, "Hey, why the fuck did you paint Superman like that? It looks like shit." The other guy would be like, "Where's that character from?"
Yeah, who is this like underwater man? Like that's what he looks like. He was like.
Is that Green Lantern?
And if he's underwater, man, why?
Yeah,
why fire?
What the fuck is? What the fuck?
I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't like it when they try to put like wind motion in the capes. Then it just looks weird. Like he's gonna poke his eye out with the corner of his cape.
He'll buy Black Spider. Will buy a Bane for the thing.
That's what I'm saying. You get the jacket. It looks soft goods. You can repurpose that for another figure,
man.
Yeah. All right, so that's all the toys we have. Next, we're gonna go through. We haven't done this in a little while on the Tax Show. It's a little new. Well, not a new segment, but it's an oldie but goodie. We're gonna go through a bunch of sneakers that are coming out or are out right now. And
I was looking at that on the Puma site. I almost bought it.
Nice. Well, there you go. We're gonna talk about some of those. There's a bunch of Pumas to talk about, and there's some other ones as well.
I used to love looking at the sneakers.
I was out of habit for a while. So let's start with the Masters of the Universe. These are He-Man inspired sneakers. If you look on the tongue there, they're He-Man. They're like He-Man.
Why don't they use the air? Why don't they use the air cushion side?
I don't know why they do these choices.
Because I can't be wearing these fucking things. Oh my god.
These are RSX.
Yeah, it's not the style I can wear.
Yeah, not my shoe, but they're still pretty cool. I'm a suede guy, so I wear suedes.
Aren't these from Puma? Look at that fur. Look at that fur, like on the tongue.
No, if you look on the tongue, it's a picture of He-Man right there.
Oh, it's just his
face.
I know, but I'm thinking. I guess the fur is his loincloth.
Oh yeah, his loincloth. Right. Yeah,
I'm like, I see the fur. Like, I figured it was Beastman.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks more. Yeah, it definitely looks like Beastman,
but now that you said it, it's like okay, so it's his undies.
Yeah. All right. So we're just gonna go through these relatively quickly. Here is the Skeletor inspired shoes.
Okay.
So it's just the colors, and then they have the Skeletor's face. I'm gonna do this really quick. So Skeletor shoes, $120. They're available on yeah. I think
Not that
they're
that's terrible.
cheaper.
I mean,
I
that's
think they're
sneaker
cheaper
talk.
now. But when they were originally released, they were $120. I think the coolest out of all of them is this one.
Ooh.
The Battle Cat sneakers.
Yeah, I think I'm in for the Battle Cats. If I
Yeah,
had to pick a pair,
yeah. If I had to wear He-Man sneakers, these would be the ones that I picked.
granted,
I like
I'd
the
probably tell
color.
most people they're Boba Fett's, but
Right. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Compared to the rest of them, they got the little the claw or the stripes on the bottom,
yeah,
so it's kind of cool.
Tiger
looking.
style.
Yep. Let's move on to Thundercats.
Ooh.
So these are also $120. Similar to the RS, but these are RSX Tech. So they're a little more. They have a little more styling on them. So here is Panthro. I like these colors. They're kind of cool, and I don't think I would wear them, but they're still kind of cool.
Yeah, there's a little too much going on
Yeah,
these.
it's the tech. It's got the little hoop in the back, and it's got a lot of stuff going on.
I feel like I'm gonna get caught on something while I'm walking.
Right. Yeah, and the back, the back is really weird with it's like hooked up.
Yeah, with those extra hoops and loops and
Yeah, it's like a shoehorn built into the shoe. These are Mumra inspired, so the colors kind of line up. If you're really into Mumra, this is the shoe for you.
I did like the Thundercats logo though on those Panthros.
Yeah, they have the logo on the tongue. They all have the same Thundercats logo. So these are the women's Chitara inspired sneakers.
Okay.
So also $120, and these were available at Puma.com when I checked.
All that cheetah print stuff that I like to wear.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Perfect fit. So next
Woo
coming
check
up.
it out. Woo check it out. These are for Woo chicks for sure.
Oh yeah, Thundercats for Woo chicks.
It is.
So these were a little bit. I had to kind of look these up a little bit. So these were X-Men 60th anniversary. These were released early in July, and they made Beast, Cyclops, Gambit, Rogue, Storm, and two different Wolverines. One of in his classic outfit, and one in his blue and yellow. So the bottom two there are the Wolverines. They're not really. They don't have any characters on them. It's just the color style, and they're ASICs. But they were really expensive. They came with a graded PSA card that they reissued the X-Men Series 1 cards from 1992. So they remade those cards with this company Kith. It's a store it's like kind of a fancy shoe store. They sell shoes for like $300 a pop. I couldn't find any of these on their website, but I'm guessing they were around this price. And you got the PSA graded card with it. The graded card was random, so you may get a 6.0, you may get a 8.5. You didn't know what you were getting. It was kind of their gimmick. But just like X-Men stuff, there's too much of it, and it's too much, and who really wants it?
Dude, hey, listen, real quickly, can I readdress something that you've mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the He-Man the shoes.
Yeah.
They're all on sale right now, including the actual ones, but they're all in kid sizes. Like they're
That's
not
all they got
men
left.
sizes. It's 7 through 11s. I mean, you two could fit in those, but real men can't fit in
11's
shoes
not
so
kid
small.
size. I will say,
Man,
Asics gels had a short window. Middle school, for me and my time, Asics gels were the shit.
The Bruce Lee black and yellow from Game of Death. Those were these shoes.
Well, it was after those. Like, it was after the Bruce Lees, the black and yellows.
Mm-hmm.
But no, for whatever reason, that was like the thing. I remember my middle school, I had to go and buy a pair of fucking Asics gels. They were like black suede with the gray stripes, is the ones I ended up getting. But like Asics gels were the sneakers everybody wanted.
I never had the gels. They were flats. They were kind of like they had the bottom, the like gum at the bottom, or like
they had like the soccer style, like the soccer
yeah,
style.
yeah, they were actual
sneakers. That was the other thing, like the Diodoras and the things like that.
Oh, the Diodoras. I never had those, but I remember those.
I know.
Yeah, I am Joe. I was gonna try to buy. Yeah, they don't make it a big enough size for men.
Oh man.
What do you want me to tell you? I wish they made it for men.
I don't know. I'd wear those. A couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, they look cool. I like the color styles. I actually like the The blue and white ones are those Beast. The Beast ones are kind of
Those
cool.
are probably
The
Beast,
Rogue
yeah.
ones are kind of cool. The ones next to it. Those are probably my two. The
I
green,
probably
the
wear the
green and yellow.
Cyclopses, the blue and yellows.
Yeah, I
that's
couldn't do that
Munoz.
because they're Cyclops.
All right, wait. Who's our? So it's Beast, Rogue.
Yeah.
Oh, blue, yellow,
What are the
blue's
white ones?
Wolverine.
The white one is probably Storm.
Storm, yeah.
Okay,
white.
I'd rock the
Yeah.
Storms. They're gonna get
And
dirty
then-
though. You're gonna get scuffed up.
Oh, real quick.
Who's yellow and red?
That
Marvel
the
Girl.
two different. No, they're two different Wolverines. The very
Oh.
front, it's a blue and yellow Wolverine and the
Mm.
maroon and yellow Wolverine.
Oh,
Which one's Gambit then?
Probably the next all the way by itself. The pink
Those are like
and
How's that fucking
flesh
Gambit?
colored.
I don't know.
They might not be in the picture.
It says there's 7 and they only listed 6 names, so it took me a minute to figure out that the 2 were Wolverines.
Yeah, because that can't be Gambit. Gambit would have to be like fucking purple. Like you need purple and teal,
Yeah.
and none of those have that.
Yeah, but I mean they're not. I mean I couldn't find these for sale, so they're already sold out. They just came out like a couple weeks ago, so they must have gone real fast.
Guys, leave Cyclops alone.
Oh, that's funny.
I think that is the Cyclops shoe. You're right.
All right. So let's move on. Got a couple more to talk about. Here we have this one, Adidas
Holy
Stan
shit.
Smith, and it's the
Kinda
Homer.
funny. This is kind of funny, dude.
This is
fucking
hilarious.
kinda
Yeah.
funny.
So it says Homer Simpson on the side, and on the back is the awesome Homer disappearing into the bushes. These are list priced at $130, and they will go on sale in 9 days on August 18th. So these are not out yet. So if you want these, you better download that Adidas app and get on that website.
I think that's the same day as WrestleMania tickets in Philly.
Oh, that's right. It's coming to
Which
Philly.
I'm
Are you
not
gonna go? No. Okay.
No, I don't want to go.
Yeah, seeing SummerSlam live was. My wife was like, "How come there's no commentary? How come there's nobody telling us what's going on?"
I know that's what I miss.
So
Like
funny.
it's like going to I don't mind going to a football game
Yeah.
live, but
Mhm.
not a football game that I actually have an emotional stake in. I don't want to watch a game.
Yeah,
that
you
I
want to see what's
really
going on.
care about the outcome live.
Yeah, I think she had fun, but she definitely wanted to hear the commentary. So we watched it again after we got back.
Yeah, I want to see replays. I want to be
Right.
able to just
Forward
How
to
much
the
do
stuff you
tickets
don't want
cost?
to
How
see.
much do tickets cost for that?
For WrestleMania?
No, was it SummerSlam? Was it
Yeah,
WrestleMania
so
or
there was
SummerSlam?
tickets as cheap, like the day off, there was tickets as cheap as $50. They released a bunch of tickets that day. So I could have got $50 tickets, you can get or 100, then you can buy resale tickets for up to like $2,000 for the floor. Or
yeah.
more.
If you want to get down,
Dude,
down
I'm
the
so fucking. Can we get rid of ticket? Can we use fucking NFTs for a good purpose, like selling tickets from now on? Can we get rid of Ticketmaster at this point? 'Cause
No,
we
I
just
heard
bought
this SNS thing one time that NFTs are terrible. We should never look at them.
that was an MCM thing, as a matter
Oh,
of fact.
MCM, sorry.
Yeah. Modern Comic Mayhem, but that. No, I'm just saying, like, because I just bought Michigan State, Penn State tickets, and fucking, it's astronomical how much they're just Ticketmaster's charging for a digital, like a shit ass digital ticket.
Oh, Philly does not look like that. It's all like hipster bougie in a lot of places.
So I will tell you that if the artist wishes to push back on the Ticketmaster, they can push back. It's all up to the people selling the tickets to be able to push back at Ticketmaster because they're getting a cut of it.
I think it was like $30 extra or some shit.
Yeah, so I will tell you, I bought Cure tickets when they came to Detroit a few months ago, and when I bought my tickets, Robert Smith said that he was very unhappy with the way Ticketmaster did that, and he gave us money back on our tickets. Like we actually got a refund because he was fighting back against Ticketmaster. I've never heard of such a thing.
Ticketmaster.
Yeah, he was all about pushing back against Ticketmaster. So if artists and or people who are selling tickets, the venues decide to do it, they do have some power over Ticketmaster.
Fuck you, Ticketmaster.
So, all right. So one more here, and we're going to talk about these shoes. These are the original from the 1990s. Omega Sports Apple computer sneakers were custom made for Apple employees. They were a one-time giveaway at a national sales conference. This pair is brand new, certified vintage, authentic, and they come in the original box. And Sotheby's is selling them for $50,000. I think you can.
$50,000.
Yeah, $50,000.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep. So yeah, this is old school Apple shoes, and they were like I said, a giveaway at a conference. So I thought I just had to include this because it was ridiculous, and I just found this article when I was looking at
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Nope.
Let's go back and show the Homer shoes really quick because how awesome they are, and that's all I got. Thank you.
I'm actually shoe shopping right now, as a matter of fact.
Nice. And that was
60% off sale.
Your news.
Go shoe shopping. You got to do comic reviews.
They're having it 60. One of my shoes are fucking $35.99 a pair.
You can go shopping when we do On the Radar.
Free shipping.
Oh yeah, let me see what free shipping is. No, I got to see how much free shipping is. Huh?
$60 free shipping.
No, yeah, sorry, I'll buy two. I'll buy two pair. I'll buy 3 probably.
Well, he's got to buy a.
Oh my gosh, those Homer shoes! I know they're crazy, right? Is he a sneakerhead? He's a sneaker something. He likes them. He just can't afford them.
I have a small closet upstairs full of sneakers, but they're mostly Puma suedes and some Adidas. I definitely did buy a lot of sneakers.
Yeah, that's why. It's because I'm too cheap to pay for shipping. Stick.
Just they're
straight up suedes.
Colored Pumas, like the.
They're called suedes. They're just like they're one.
Those all fell apart on me. I had a bunch.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah. Just over time, like the soles just disintegrated. Like I was literally walking around at work and like the hell, and like the soles just started falling apart because over time they just dried out. I guess I don't know.
Oh. All right. So today we're having a head off. We're only doing 2 comics.
I had a thing for you. Well, I'm not going to run it now.
Run it now.
No, it's too late. You've already started.
Run it now. White, red, and black. I wish they had it in different colors.
Plus, those things help me chapter it later because I can scan for it.
Chapter it now. Okay. Hey, Sticks, you better watch yourself.
What?
Red Wings are great, man.
I would literally put you in timeout.
You put me in timeout too.
I remember the time Proby came back.
Oh yeah, you're Philadelphia. Yeah, you hate Red Wings.
Get out of here.
I was third row back when Proby came back, and I was in the left corner, in the home corner. And holy shit, dude. When that whistle for the third period went, they fucked him up, dude. That was awesome. All right, Children of the Vault, number 1. Here we go.
Why? Get out of here.
For all those people that don't know, there was some genetic, like, new Children of the Vault. It's like the children, whatever, but who gives a shit? I left out those pages because there was tons of words, and really just know that there's a group in there. There's a group in there.
About them last week.
It was like a countdown. It was like a countdown going to like, it was 7:44, then it was 7:45. The dream is alive, then all of a sudden the power went out and the dream is dead.
The dream's dead, and then
they wasted like 5 pages on that.
They genetically engineered these little ones, and they come back out and they're like, "All right, it's time." And then so there we go. We got a whole new group of 5. They're not children of the. They're not children of the whatever. They're children of the vault now. And then all of a sudden they show this random fucking kid, which I don't get why they showed this random fucking kid.
He's drinking lithium.
Yeah, he's drinking lithium and taking a picture of himself.
Take a selfie, and then a planet came flying above him. And all of a sudden it was so Cable is all fucked up. He's not dead. He's stuck and he's been trapped by that.
He's being tortured by the
orbit, whatever the fuck their name is.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
So he's getting tortured by them. All of a sudden, Bishop comes in and fucking just starts killing motherfuckers, right? Boosh, boosh, boosh. And then Cable brainwashes the bad dudes, and then they all of a sudden love mutants, and they're just shooting and blowing everything up. And then all of a sudden he's like, fuck my arm. And he's like, fuck it. I'll blow up this whole building by just setting my arm off. And then he's like, Bishop, what's happening? He goes, hold on, old man, around the waist. That's how I like it. And so Cable holds him around the waist. And then all of a sudden he gets all the pictures of what's happened while he's been being tortured. He's like, shit, okay, I know where we have to go now. And that's not what really happened. That's what happened. Children of the Vault pop up and like, listen, people, we're going to help you. You've been the poor and downtrodden. What's that?
Orcus.
Oh, yeah, it's Orcus. Yeah, that's the name of it. Orcus.
Savior of humanity.
Yeah, Orcus. So then they're like, listen, all these like Orcus people and everybody else, they don't give a fuck about you. You're the downtrodden people. We're gonna fucking give you free housing and free food, and we're gonna heal you and shit. And then you guys are just gonna be like all cool with us, right? Because we're not like the old mutants. And all the people are like, shit, food? Fuck yeah, baby. Oh, hoverboards that actually get off the fucking ground? Technology is a motherfucker. This is sweet. Holy shit, Grandpa can walk again. Oh, hell yeah. We're down with these children of the vault. And then all of a sudden, the Orchid people are like, fuck it. Who cares?
We're gonna have some Boba Fett flashbacks and our back to tanks. All right, like
yeah. So they're like, who gives a shit about them? They're only like 5 people. We don't give a shit. Let's focus on some other people. That didn't make any sense.
Top Gun, fucking A.
So then all of a sudden, Cable Bishop's walking around in his fucking Speedo.
Yeah,
with
dude
only
went
one
through
arm.
the whole issue in his fucking boxer briefs.
His Speedo in one arm, and then the one dude's like, "Hey, I know you. You're," and he goes, "Yeah, you know me." And then he calls him Bolin, like the guy who plays Cable in the fucking movies.
Oh
which
yeah,
I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
They made some good jokes, and then he made a 1890s joke, but he goes, "The 90s are the fucking best," which is another fucking like this book. For as bad as it started, turned out to be pretty. Like the Cable and Bishop shit is like the older Cable and Bishop shit, and they're kind of shooting on themselves, which made this book very more than tolerable, actually pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, they just lost me when they got here.
This was fucked up. Yeah. So then all of a sudden
I'm like, all right, this is kind of.
He calls a nurse tattoo. I think it's a shit on too, but he calls a nurse tattoo of Betty Boop, and she's like, "Oh yeah, there's something in Bishop's brain. It looks like it's like a virus," and then he goes through all the viruses, and he's like, "Yeah, it's not technovirus, it's not this virus, it's not that virus." He's like, "What the fuck? How do I get the virus?" He's like, "It's translated person for person," and it comes down that the children of the vault are infecting everybody, dude.
Yeah, it's passed through ideas or something. Like it's fucking
not through ideas. It happens person to person somehow. So I don't know if it was like
something about it. It's like through ideas, or I don't know.
Yeah, but I think. Yeah, it did. We haven't gotten fully into it. I hope they don't go too deep how it is. I hope they make it simple, because if they overboard it, it's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah, just don't let anybody put their thumb in your ass, and you'll be all right.
Preach on, brother Black Spiders. Preach on.
This is actually a pretty. I'll be honest with you.
I think he's saying he likes the X-Men.
Yeah, he likes this. I
thought
it was gonna be shit. No, I think he's on board with us. This is actually good. You better watch out, though, because X-Men's starting to get good again. We're going to be reviewing a lot of X-Men.
If it gets good, great. But like I never.
No, this is good.
The last time it was good was when I saw it on TV, and it was a cartoon.
Oh, get out of here! This was actually pretty good. Surprisingly good.
That's coming back.
Anyways, there's a lot of jokes. There's a lot of throwback to old X-Men stuff in there, which was nice.
Yeah, old Cable is alive. I thought he was young Cable, but he seems to be.
No, it's old Cable, which is good, and it's normal Bishop, which is good. And by the way, they did the like war paint thing too of Bishop, and they gave like the tick down of how he was like infiltrating shit and sleeping on the fucking ground, and he was taking out like facilities and setting shit on fire. Which is
how
like,
he found Cable.
Yeah, which is what you like, that type of Bishop, instead of like I want to, I mean, it was a good Bishop. So they've done a good job with both characters right now. I hope they focus on those two characters. I don't think we need like an X-Force Cable or an X-Force Bishop or like that type of thing.
I think that's what they're going to do with this series. I think that's what this mini will.
Yeah, like I think this partnership is going to work out pretty well. And yeah, it's going to be like, not the, what was that one movie that had Timothy Oakland in it where the plane crashed and then the infection kind of started spreading and shit, and the people started killing people and shit, and then he had come out and it was, don't you remember that? It was a virus that. All right. Anyways, it's kind of like that, so it'll be kind of good.
When you first said, I was like, "Go." No, he said a virus. I don't remember.
Yeah, he was like a sheriff in a town or something, and then people would get infected. Like you see the wind blow and people would get fucking infected and shit. All right.
You got me there with that one.
Yeah, it's not the Liefeld Cable though, which I like. It's the other Cable. It's kind of like the Messiah Complex Cable.
Joe and BK are agreeing that we need to review Conan. Just throw that.
We don't have it today. We just ran out of time today.
No, just for future.
But we'll get to.
All right, maybe I'll review it next week. That's fine. But this one we want to have it off because Dawn of DC. And by the way, somebody made a great comment. Sorry, I forget his name, but he actually brought a good point. Like he liked the fact that they were only doing 2-part series with the spinoffs on this.
Yeah,
and I want to reiterate, I like that too, for the fact that I can choose the characters I want to see. and not choose the characters I don't want to fucking see. And it's only 2, and it doesn't really link back. You're not missing anything from the main storyline. So I'll have to agree with him. He made 2 great comments. Both of his comments in the chat last week. I feel really bad because I forgot his name, whoever it is. Big shout out to you. Maybe I'll look you up in here in a minute.
I do feel bad though for the completion that's out there because there are 47 fucking parts.
Right. I mean, that's tough, but that's DC.
47 parts.
Right. Once again,
$4 to $5 a pop.
That's okay, but some of these you could start collecting for a couple bucks in a couple weeks, man.
Well, yeah,
you know what I mean.
If you want to go bargain shopping later, sure.
Well, I mean, that's
if you would have pre-ordered them, you could have gotten them for half cover.
You know what?
AC Galachan.
Is that who it is? AC Galachan?
Was it happening? I never saw that happening.
It was the happening, right, Kim?
I didn't watch it. Does Wahlberg,
or is it the Crazies? It's one of the two. Is it the Crazies? It's the Crazies.
The happenings was the Plants with Wahlberg.
No, it's
and
the Crazies.
M. Night Shyamalan.
It's the Crazies. And I love the Crazies, dude.
Oh, see, I missed that one.
Uber underrated, like apocalyptic type thing. Yeah.
Okay, so the All right, I'll have to go back to that one. I do like
Casey Galachan. Yeah. Yeah. I'll sleep on the second app. Okay.
Joe, I got to pick that up. I love me some Lotte, man. I definitely got to do.
Oh yeah, that Barnstormers.
That was a Comixology thing that she did. It was all online first, and it just came out as print copies. She did that with Snyder, I think.
Yeah,
I definitely want to read that. The covers are gorgeous.
The problem is, Joe, if I start getting books that get too wordy, nobody cares and wants to review them. You need where the Cliff Notes of. Do they even make Cliff Notes anymore? People know what Cliff Notes are, right? We're the Cliff Notes of comics here, buddy. All right,
lived off of that.
Slow
shit.
it down.
No, it's Wikipedia.com is Cliff Notes.
But not Cliff Notes. Whatever. Dog.
Yeah, internet's kind of changed things. The internet kind of changed things.
This is okay. So here, let's get back to it, guys. We kind of got lost because our whole show's been off the track since the get-go. But let's get back into Knights of Terror, which is DC's mainstay line now. This is book number 3. Number 1, 2 been great. Remember, we're getting old characters.
Only got one more.
Deadman is Batman in this. And we're getting, old characters coming back too.
Unless he's doing Hamlet.
So here he is doing Hamlet. But then all of a sudden, to fight the nightmares, who shows up? Damien. And he just murders, and kills motherfuckers. For some reason, the thing from The Last of Us shows up in this motherfucker for some reason, like a mushroom spawn.
No, it's a Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Yeah,
or that too. Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
whatever the fuck
Demogorgon.
it is. Demogorgon. All types of shit shows up in Nightmare. He kills them all. Fucking Spider Lady shows up there, kills that motherfucker too. And then flees with his dad. He's like, "Hey, listen, motherfucker, get out of my dad's body. I know you're not really my dad. We've been possessed by demons before." And he's like, "Yo, I will, but let me tell you something. I'm going to jump in with Insomnia and catch his dream again." So he sees Insomnia. He goes back to Insomnia before he turns to Insomnia. And all of a sudden we get the background story. So something happened with the Justice League. And I think they killed some people on accident. And he's all mad, or on purpose maybe. Who knows? But they're close to him. He can't sleep. He can't do whatever. So he's at like a...
kind of fucked up.
Yeah, he's like at an AA meeting or whatever. Well, not an AA meeting. What's the... Like a support group.
Like a support group of some
support
kind.
group. He's at a support group and they're like, "Hey, you're just going to eventually have to forgive the Justice League." And he's like, "Fuck you." It breaks the coffee cup.
Fucking eyelids off.
Yeah. Well, thank you for spoiling it, Pete. I was going to get there.
Sorry.
He starts stabbing and killing everybody in the room. They try to get away. He's like, "Nah, fuck you all." And then he's like, "I'm never going to sleep." And that's why Insomnia has no lids, as Pete mentioned, because then he takes part of the cup and cuts his eyelids off. And then he kicks Deadman out. And Deadman's like, "Oh, fuck. He still hasn't found the Nightmare Stone. Let's go get it." And then Robin's like, "Yeah, fuck it. Jump back in my dad. Be my daddy, big daddy for a little bit." And he's like, "Cool." And then my man's like, "Listen, I came up with a sleeping chemical that does not actually put you completely to sleep, but kind of puts you to sleep. So I'm going to shoot you in the face."
You guys want to get fucked up?
Yeah, I'm going to shoot you all in the face. Right. I'm going to bukkake this gas all over you, and you two are going to take it. And then all of a sudden,
dude, you really got to try this, man. It's going to really mess you up.
All of a sudden, Batman turns into Daredevil, and for some reason, and then they go, "Oh shit, man, this is some good shit." But he's like, "All right, well, I hope nothing happens." And just as he says that, a Nightmare comes rolling in. He's like, "Fuck you, Nightmare." That's on guard.
Majora's Mask up there.
Oh yeah, in the insomnia.
Up in the
couldn't get
sky,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. So then,
Then we had like a horse face like thing fighting Sandman.
So they make a callback too, because then Dead Man makes a callback to House of Horrors. This looks like a House of Horrors. Get it? And fucking little baby Robin says, Damien says, cute. Well,
Dude, it looks like fucking that cabin from Evil Dead.
Yeah, it looks like something. So they're still being gassed and whatever. And my man's like, stay back, on guard. And all of a sudden, Daredevil Batman shows up and it's Dead Man scene. Yeah, Pete ruined story time. So all of a sudden, Daredevil Batman shows up and Damien's like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, oh, I've always lied. I told people that when I died instantly from the gunshot, but that's not true. I felt a tear through me and then I hit the ground and I felt all my bones break and everything else. And that's when I actually died. And he's like, we got to put this lie to rest. So I'm just going to start ripping it the fuck apart. I don't know why he did that. It didn't make any sense. All of a sudden, my man decapitates the dog bone nightmare. And then the dog bone's like, this ain't over.
Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, Beta Ray Bill's bones. Beta Ray Bill's bones goes, I'm still going to chop you, bitch. And he starts coming after. He's like, really? Then you hear, brrrah! It's like, what the fuck happened? And then Daredevil Batman's gone. And Dead Man Batman's back. And he's like, listen, I ripped the fucking
I
Nightmare
got Skeletor's belt buckle. We're cool. We're going to fucking win this shit. What he
said. Too. That's not what he said, though. He said, I ripped the head, which turns out of my own guts, which turned out to be the Nightmare Stone. And now I've got some fucking stupid ass grin on my face. And we know the truth about insomnia. Okay. Well, okay. So we got one more book. It was good. I liked it.
And a finale. There's also going to be a wrap up.
I liked it. It was good.
Wait, so at the end of it, Batman is not insomnia?
No. Batman's never been insomnia.
I thought he was right there because the eyes.
No. He's got the Nightmare Stone. That's now.
Dead Man's now got the Nightmare. Dead Man's now. Dead Man
Batman is now powered up with
the Nightmare Stone. Okay. Got
Sorry. Dead Man. Hold on. Dead Man in the Nightmare ripped the Nightmare Stone out of himself, and now in real life possesses it in himself, as he's also possessing Batman.
Got it. So he's dead, still Dead Man.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah,
it absolutely doesn't, but it's
100%.
Actually it does.
100%.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Both of it was good. I would say X-Men probably tweaked out a little bit better this week than DC, but they're both exceptional reads. Please support your local LCSs. Read those. And by the way, also, spoiler alert, read Max Rebo. Yeah, motherfuckers. Yeah, motherfuckers. Yeah,
I didn't read it yet. So I
you're going to read it. And when you do,
all right, his feet, arms. Okay, we can talk about
it. Yeah. Cannon, bitch. All right. I said not a spoiler, Pete, and then you spoil it. You're really off today.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, what do we have up next, Pete?
We'll do our On the Radar.
I like it.
I repurposed this segment. Last week we did On the Radar to look ahead to next week's new releases, but considering I already have a show that does that myself on Mondays, I realized when I was recording this past Monday show, I was repeating myself from Wednesday a lot, and I didn't like it, so I'm not going to do that anymore. But we're still going to do On the Radar, because what I decided to do was something that I originally had not wanted to do, which was look that far ahead. I want to look ahead to FOC.
Final Order originally supposed to be doing anyways.
Yeah. So these are 5 books that I picked. That Final Order cutoff is this Monday, so you still have time. Find your places, find your spots. I'm not going to do this week. I think these might all be incentives because that's what caught my eye, and I just did this quickly. I'll try to do a little bit more work so it's not just incentives going forward. But for this week, I think
I'll start looking into it too. I'll tell you.
Yeah, same here. I used to be really in tune with FOC every week, and at my LCS you had to get your DC orders in on Sunday, and then Marvel and everybody else was Lunar or Penguin was Monday. So it might differ depending on how your store does it. But he wanted all of his DC stuff a day early, so I remember having to do that. But I was really every week I was sending him stuff.
Hey, where's Unk at? Tell Unk next Wednesday. Let's do it next Wednesday.
No, he called me. We're waiting for Livonia.
When's Livonia?
20th. We're gonna meet on. He's coming to Livonia.
All right.
All right. Our first book caught my eye. Was a Carla Cohen 1 in 25 for Shazam number 3. Shazam! But I liked it. Not only do I like it, but apparently you people who like to pre-order and buy shit at a premium liked it too, because this one, as a 1 in 25, is already pre-selling or asking $35, $45, $65.
Wow.
Sales, because sales it's tough at this time when we're talking about FOC. So I did the asks. I want to show you what people are asking for these.
So this isn't like a version of a regular cover. This is just this cover.
This will be from what I gather, I think it's just be probably a limited trade dress. You know, I'll probably have the little thing on there, but it's a 1 in 25.
Yeah, but I mean, for $35, you should just buy this for $35 than try to. I mean, because if you buy, it costs more than $35 to get this fucking book.
No, I know,
right?
But still,
It's cheap.
Yeah, well, I start baseline ratio, like, you know, in my head. That's where I start.
It's still not as good as Power Girl. Okay, go ahead. No. Next time.
So when you sell it, when it's above 25, it's above ratio to me. So it's already at a premium. Another DC book that caught my eye, and I do hate these, but it did kind of draw me in. But it's Nakayama. I'm a fan. I like David Nakayama, but this is a 1 in 50. But it's a foil.
I like the foil.
I hate the fucking foil.
I love foils.
I love foil.
1 in 50 for issue 14 of Poison Ivy. Like, issue 14, why do we still have 1 in 50s at this point? So this, I don't know how many
people buy that shit. Because people buy that
and
shit.
People still do the stupid exclusive covers on these. Like, doesn't matter. Like, but here we go. Some of the asks right now. I did this just earlier. $80, $100, $130 already for this 1 in 50.
Wow.
They're fishing. Again, these are the asking prices, not what's actually sold. But somebody's going to pay them. Somebody's going to do it.
Maybe 80.
Somebody's going to do it, and you're going to be like, what the hell? Yeah. And this is why they'll end up on some,
you'll have one sale of like.
There's one sale. Be like, somebody paid $130 for it.
Yeah, everybody's gonna raise their price.
Yep.
Yeah, but
you bring up the floor. You bring the floor up when one of those sell.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Marvel.
That's weird. That's that late.
Jeff DeCall.
It looks like shit.
You don't like this?
Oh, it looks like shit.
I like this Storm.
Oh, I like this too.
X-Men Red, number 15, 1 in 25.
Oh man,
it's pretty cool.
I forgot you said they were all.
These are all, these ones.
Yeah, ooh.
I did because this is what
8,000
grabbed my eye.
There's 8,000 better.
What 45 and $100 already is our lists. So
yeah, DeCall gets a premium, so
he does.
Funny, yeah.
Yeah, just not for me. What's going on with her belt? What the fuck is going on?
It's just kind of like the
what? And no offense, what happened to her boobs?
They're there. She's just not overly endowed. It's more B cup.
She doesn't have a booty either. And they didn't draw legs in her hand. And her hair just looks like some bullshit. And what is that crawling on her left side?
All right.
The fuck is this?
It's not bad for an X-Men book, I guess.
Hey, Dub, you better watch yourself. Storm's got some sweet covers.
You're the one hating on the X-Men. I don't know what you want me to do.
I didn't. I said X-Men are good. I'm just saying.
All right, just for that, I'm going to infringe on your Sunday shit. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi, FOC.
Yeah.
Hey, so stealing from my FOCs on.
That's right. 1 in 25, and we don't have a version of it, but there will be a virgin version of this cover, I believe. That's the 1 in 100. Because we really need to have that fucking camel that he's stealing whale meat for to feed.
Yes, I'm not sure what his real name is. My wife calls him Long Snoot.
Long Snoot.
I think that was her favorite part of this show. Yep.
What I don't like is the 1 in 100 right now. People are asking 200,
wow,
225, $250.
No, this is the thing. They do this every time with the
I know.
Wonder
I'm just
Woman.
saying that
If they hit it or if they
that's the
don't.
ask.
Yeah, it's
So-
weird because they'll ask for this. This is like the same amount that everyone asks. Every third one hits it.
It's asking, but FOC isn't until Monday. So if you can obtain a copy or secure
I don't even know
yourself
what
a
that
copy,
means.
go ahead. And finally, probably my favorite of the list. This is the regular. There will be a regular cover version of this one. This is the regular cover version. Werewolf by Night, Adam Hughes.
Oh, I like this.
But there will be a 1 in 50 virgin version of this.
Yeah.
Which here we have here, which is already asking 75, 135,
that's gonna be a
150.
fucking bang.
But this is pretty cool.
I like the trade dress kind of better.
I do too. Just to go back to it, we'll go back to the trade dress.
Yeah, I like that better.
I do like the trade dress better.
I kind of like the trade dress a little better. You're right.
I did go and order myself one ahead
The
of
virgin,
time.
yeah.
Obi-Wan.
I'm a huge fan.
Red Rick. It's fucking hilarious.
But I like the idea. Like, look, her shirt is got the werewolf in there in the moon. Like it's. And I grabbed this picture from Adam Hughes. He's got like an art page. Like this only recently got released. The art for this. But yeah, Virgin 1 in 50. You know how things go. This will be fucking expensive when it comes out. But this is the On the Radar final order cutoff for August 14th. So Monday, get your orders in if you can get them.
I don't have an outrage for cleavage.
He sounded pissed to me, LA.
That she doesn't have it? No, I'm just saying, like, she doesn't. Whatever. It didn't look like it was
unbelievable.
Oh man, I love titties. So
it just looked like it wasn't a complete picture. Like they didn't.
I thought I could get rid of that one, but every week we seem to be able to. Come
Every
back.
week, yeah, use it every week.
A fat drawer. What the fuck are you talking about?
Talking about fat drawer. All right. Well, there was our On the Radar.
No, at least you put one book there. That was pretty good. All right.
Final
I
segment.
don't know that Carla Cohen. I like that Carla Cohen too.
Yeah, that's not bad too, right?
Yeah,
She
I was
has a
buying her
storm?
covers.
She's got a bunch of good
No,
stuff. Too much
Shazam.
dynamite though.
Yeah, I was buying the Dynamite because of her, because I was buying her covers. I bought a lot of Carla Cohen Red Sonjas, and I don't even.
Yeah, Red Sonja's, Vampirella. It's
Because-
just so many fucking versions. It's
I
like,
know.
here's what the trade dress. This is a
No,
virgin. version.
I would just buy
Here's
the
a grayscale version. Here's
regular
a
cover. Yeah,
partial.
I don't know. I think there's gonna be
Ultraviolet and the foil and the black
I
and
think
white.
red. I think the FOC. I think honestly the FOC, the fucking the Hughes has got the 50 will be because the collectors and everything else. And
Agreed. That's probably the.
And if you look at some of the asking, like if we go back to be honest, how expensive, like the discounts aren't the same. If you're talking about 3 years ago when books were $1.36 to buy 25,
Yeah.
I mean it's like $3 now. So like $1.36, a 1 in 50, you're still going, okay, cool. I can sell 5 copies.
Well, here's the thing. That's also a one shot, which probably isn't even going to be $4.99. It's probably going to be even more expensive. Probably be like a $5.99 book.
For which book? Oh, for the Werewolf.
The Werewolf.
No, but I'm
by
saying
Night.
like those DC ones out of Lunar, like you're not getting they're not $1.
Right.
You're not you're not getting $1 from the distributor anymore. So that used to be 150.
Yeah.
So like,
well,
you're
one
still
thing you gotta watch though. You gotta watch some with the DC stuff. With Lunar is some of the issues are returnable, like when they have the new series and shit. You gotta watch the returnables because then people will order up just to get the incentives, and then they'll fucking send the rest of that shit back. So you just got to be careful. The general public doesn't know that.
Some
of those issues are going to happen, but that's why you might see. Hey, how did they get so many of those variants? Well, not shenanigans. They just gamed the system and said, well, "All right, mail me all that shit, and I'll mail it right back to you."
Yeah. Either way, it's more expensive than it used to be. So, like when you're looking at like $30 for a 1 in 25, really, that's not out of pocket.
$5.99 for that Werewolf by Night, by the way.
Yep, $6. So $6.
Yeah.
So even if you get those pre-order prices,
it's like $4 a book, and then fucking
even if you get it at $3 a book, that's still you got to order 50 of them. It's $150.
You're gonna lose their asses. But the good thing about that Werewolf by Night is both covers look dope as shit. I don't think you're gonna have a problem selling at least 20 to 50 of those fucking books.
Yeah, definitely make sure you get plenty of the regular Hughes variant because you'll sell them.
I just wish they would have done something different. Like that's kind of where I think like you would have so much. I think the actual if you really want to know, I think the price and the value would go up so much if they like. I always think it's stupid when they do virgins and everything else, because if you just did something a little bit different, I mean, remember back in the days of Wednesday Warring, the difference with the variants were like they were actually different and done by like an art. You know,
Yeah.
like the A cover wouldn't have been the
A
hues.
whole different cover. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole different cover, and like when you do that, then all of a sudden your scarcity and rarity gets up.
That's what made a lot of those variants. It's like, well, fuck, this is a Delato.
Yeah,
how do I get
Delato,
a Delato Spidey? I got to order 25 copies.
Not like, oh, the Delato did the A and
the B, and then we'll just take the trade dress off, and now you.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, but it too with it, like Delato would do like the 1 in 50, the 1 in 10, and 1 in 25 would be somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there is a reason for those going up, and I don't think people were around for that, so they don't understand. They're just like, oh, well, some of those 1 in 50s, they're rare. They get, yeah, it wasn't just that; it was early art for people, and they were fucking good.
Yeah.
Not like that half-ass Storm where they only drew fucking half a picture. So
Jesus, man.
What?
I still like it. I still like it.
Shots fired. All right. What do we have next?
We have our final segment.
Do you know what the what was he asking for? Which book?
I'm getting it for you. Give me a minute.
Yeah,
I'll show you in just a minute.
Okay.
Oh, the Sienkiewicz.
Sienkiewicz, yeah, I got it. I will have it up for you in just a moment.
Which book was he talking about? I don't know.
That Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night.
There's a hidden
cool.
gem.
It wasn't bad.
It's not as it's okay.
I just think like Marcus, I just think the 1 in 50 with the Hughes collectors, it's a 1 in 50.
Yeah,
1
150.
shot.
But there's 3 different covers for that too, so they'll be able to get their be able to reach their quotas,
Yeah,
with the different covers.
I still think they'll still struggle to sell. Like the cover A is okay, but then when compared to some of the others,
Yeah, but that was like, I mean, back then too.
That's your hidden gem, Werewolf by Night, Redrick. So just FYI. Yeah.
That was part of it too, is they'd have like, well, that's kind of, at least they're having him do that. I mean, that is kind of how they used to do it. Like your 1 in 25 would be a solid book too. So, and then it would just tear up. Either way. All right, let's get into it. We're going to go buy, maybe, or hell to the no. Hell to the nah.
I had to pick. I picked some different time frames for us this time out. Well,
I like it.
Last week and last month are still there, but the other 3 will be different.
All right, let's start it off. Oh Jesus, this book. Okay.
Hey, San Diego. It's the Ash Can. It's fucking $300 now.
This just came out a couple weeks ago, right? At the show? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. It was like $150 not that long ago.
Andy
but
said
to be fair,
see, that's the way to sell this. I love this. He put the 325 except the 300 on it.
Yeah, except the 300, and that's the high sale. But to be fair, there were multiple $300 sales. They were all 300, but there were like 4 sales of that amount this past week.
Wow. And I won't. Okay.
And then I gave you the cover price a little breakdown too, where they got some of the sales mixed out there too, so you can see how the price moved over the last couple of weeks from San Diego. But
this is a book that might take a little bit of a dip, but then you're gonna find scarcity in it. So I don't think. Look, is 300 not the price of this book? No, I think 300 is the price of this book. Am I paying 300 for this book? No, but is 300 the price of this book? Yes, 300 is the price of this book.
I think the color there being a color version hurts it a little, but this will be the hardest.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts it a little because if it didn't have a color version, I could see this being a $500 book. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All day, AOA, all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a little worried because it's not really a first. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but it's one of those collector pieces. Transformer
it is, but I still think it gets limited a little bit by
that's
dude. Transformer. Hey, hold on. Transformer people will spend fucking $600 on a reproduction toy. Okay, so
that's true.
Like
that is true.
You know, when you're looking at the realm of what their pocket, that was always the thing with Star Wars fans that I always thought was fucking dog shit.
Yeah, they'll also spend a lot for hard to find variants and things like that.
Star Wars fans are cheap as fuck, dude. They're cheap as fuck. But like Transformer fans, oh no, Transformer fans, they'll put that shit on payment.
I don't, but to that point, I don't disagree that this will still maintain value over time. I'm still not at this.
I'm not buying it at this point, but I
Yeah.
don't think that. I mean, if I'm not buying it, but if somebody's like, "Oh, well, am I going to lose my ass? This is going to be a $50 book." This isn't going to be a $50.
No,
book.
I don't think so either. I think
That's
the
what I'm kinda
floor is
saying.
still pretty high on this.
I get what you're saying, Marco, but isn't the question like, are you going to buy it, sell it, or hell no? Isn't that what we're doing?
No, it's good. It's like I don't know since you guys changed
For
how
that,
it was,
I'd say we can maybe.
It's a
Buy it
and-
maybe or hell no.
Yeah,
For me, it's hell no.
Now, yeah. I mean, I'm not buying, but I'll never buy these overpriced books because I always get it cheaper. So like, it's always a hell no for me. But what I'm saying is like, is this the price? Like, is it the price? Should you buy at this price, or is this? I think maybe it's more like, yeah, it's kind of where it's going to settle. You know, maybe this is where it settles, and that's what that's kind of how I'm playing this one.
What was it limited to, Pete?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't even know how this one was released. I know they had them. I think it's Skybound had them at San Diego, but I don't know how you got the black and white as opposed to the color version.
Yeah, 200. Okay. All right, 200. I mean, once again, I don't know. I can see
it's still an ash can.
Yeah, which I don't know. People are weird.
That's why I'm a maybe. I'll put it a maybe because I do.
Yeah,
think it will.
I'm not
hold
saying
value.
buy. I'm saying it's going to hold some type of value. That's why I'm
it
saying
will.
maybe.
It will. There are, as you point, collectors. There's a loyal,
that's true,
rabid fan base that will pay for hard to
and
find.
like, I mean, $200 to $300. You know,
so
it is the same art as the 1/100, but that's not. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know you will, but I'm telling you, when you get Transformer nutbags, I mean, dude,
no,
we got
it's
a
not
friend.
the same. It's the same artist, but that's not the same art.
We got
Daniel Warren Johnson, right? Doing that.
Yeah. Because the Jetfire was on the 1/100 Avoid Rivals. Unless you're saying that this is going to be the 1/100 for the October release. That I don't.
Yeah, I don't think we buy it that. I mean, obviously it's not buy. What do we got here? Ooh, look at this book. Ooh, look at this book.
Lando,
this is
that
last
sneaky
week.
bastard.
Last week, Lando's selling again because of all the Donald Glover news. So copies are selling, and the last sale was $330.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, when it made one of the or multiple of the hot and top 10 lists, it was noted at $300. The high sale all time in the 9.8 is $1,200 back in 2021. So at this price, what do you do?
Once again, this is a price. Like if you look at the floor at 150, right? You know what I mean? And the 30-day low is only 300. The 90s 140, 150, which is pretty much the low. 400 is the high in the 90. 30 days 330. Where are we looking at? $300? Once again, that's a maybe.
Last sale was $330.
Once again, that's a maybe because this
week was
book is going to keep. Once again, it's in the middle because this book is going to keep spiking every time that you're going to get a spike every time. And I have a feeling.
Look at that one spike. I mean, that's the problem. We had that one huge spike, and then that was so high.
Whoa, hold on though. If you look at the 1 year high and the high, it's above $300. Both highs are above $300.
Yeah, for the year, yes. The for this year there was still
and once again, like $300. What I'm saying though, for the year, for 90 days, and for like $300 is in the middle. It's like that is 260, 300 kind of the floor there.
But here's the other little hitch I'm going to throw in there.
Please do.
Is that that little chart is taken from Go Collect. Go Collect does not always segregate the newsstands from the
fair.
And sometimes the newsstands will sell at a bit of a premium, which will spike that high a little higher than normal. Because people for one reason or another like paying extra for newsstands, despite the fact of when they were released.
Okay, Terry doesn't buy anything that's graded. So okay, good for you. No, I hear what you're saying. What I'm telling you, though, is like, if you think about it, when the Childish Gambino comes out and says something again in 3 months, which he will, I mean, how low does this book go to? 268, whatever. I don't see it going much lower than in a 9.8. Do you? So then you're going to get another spike to 400 or 500. So is it a good price at 300? Well, it's not a horrible price at 300. Maybe that's what we should change this to. Good price, okay, and horrible. Because once again,
we can still pivot however we want to do this.
Once again, I mean, I not paying this price for this book. But I understand people who. I understand that this is the new for this book, right? Like, where's this going to a low?
Well, that's what I was going to get at. Like, to your point, I am also not pulling out my wallet and spending $300 for it personally.
Right.
But if somebody else did, I will honestly tell you, I don't think we're not going to see it go up again. Like,
let's say AP
at this price.
Okay, we know this happens a lot.
I'm just
let's
not
say,
going to do it.
Dub, we know this happens a lot because we're at shows all the time. Somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, listen, this guy's got this book up for $400. I think I could get it for $300. What do you think? Should I buy it at $300?" I'm not buying it at $300, but for you,
You want this book? That's a good price. You should get it.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yep.
That's what I'm kind of taking this segment over to. That's what we're going to use.
Okay, so so if that's the case, if my buddy wants this book and he asked me if he should buy it at this price, because it's only going to go up from now. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting until after the show comes out and possibly bombs, and then it's going to go cheaper.
Or it's going to go cheaper. Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is I don't see it going much cheaper than $250. So okay,
right, exactly.
Yeah, I still
but I see multiple spikes coming up for this because the only thing that the thing that's going to drive this down is if they come out and say Childish Gambino's full of shit. We're not coming out with a Lando movie. Now that he has, because that's what drove it to its $150 price. Now he's saying, "Fuck y'all, I'm taking over," and it's got people a little bit hyped. And it reminded people, and now people. So now what you're going to hear is a narrative, right or wrong, if you believe it or not. The narrative you're always going to hear about this book is, well, Childish Gambino is writing the script for this. It's going to be coming out, and all it's going to take is people keep saying that narrative and narrative over again, which will keep the price floating. Because books that fall are books that nobody talks about because there's nothing to talk about them. When people talk about books, which he's giving something to talk about, no matter right or wrong, or if it's going to happen or not, there's going to be a rise to that book.
Until it's officially killed, this will still be something they talk about.
Well, Lobot actually did it. Lobot
yes,
too,
I would recommend for my friend to buy this book. So maybe is
the $250, $300 range is the last 90 days there.
Yep. If he wanted it, I would tell him to buy it.
Yeah.
That's
not for $1,200, not for the high sale. Holy shit.
No, not for $1,200.
No way, not for Lando.
Nor do I think it'll get there again.
I don't think you'll get there, but I could see it getting into the $500 range.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think 5 is that far of a stretch.
I don't think 5 is far-fetched for this book.
No,
at a height.
I don't think so at all.
If this book hits 500, you better sell that motherfucker, though.
I would even lean towards a possible buy. I would say even that. If you can get it for better than 300, what I'm saying, I know we have the price at 300, but like your point, you can negotiate a little bit, save yourself a few bucks, you get it for 250.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, 300 is the price. 300 is the price. 250 is what you're buying. You're paying at a con. Yeah, 250.
No, so I would think about it, but I'm fine with a maybe or a buy.
Yeah, I'm fine with either way. Now that we changed around the middle, we had all fucking week to figure out this segment, and we decided to do
middle.
Well, you didn't know what I picked.
Maybe.
Put
buy.
I didn't tell you. I did tell you guys. I did tell you what I picked.
Yeah, you did. I just didn't look at them.
I figured you didn't.
Oh, I gotta dig this shit out.
Venom #1. This is a different Venom 2099. This is a female version, I think, of the character, right?
Oh. I'm not familiar with this Venom 2099.
I can't remember her name.
It's a symbiote that came out of the thing, and this is the fucking stupid book.
But I mean, it's still last month when it made the hot lists, it was only $15 to $20. High sale ever is only in Raw. Is $25, and the last sale is what is that? $10.50 at auction. So
I'm sorry, did she make an appearance recently or something? I'm out of the loop on this character.
No, it's just
a cover price is what this book should be at. So
I think it'll be above cover. I think it's double cover.
It's right now double cover
first.
I think it conveniently had one weird sale, so then it starts selling for $15 to $20, and then
no. I mean, you can look. I mean, I have again. You can see there's 461 sales on cover prices they tracked, and a large portion of them were above cover.
So sell them if you got them.
Yeah,
you were still talking $10 to $15 by and large. That's the average. That's really
but what I'm saying is okay. But here's the deal: if it's $10 to $10. Shipping's free, so that's we're $3.99 here. because they're probably gonna media mail your ass on that shit. And then you're taking off the percentage. You're looking at. I mean, yeah, it's $6. You're $6-7 on a book. You're making $2 off a fucking book.
Yeah.
So
No,
live
I'm
sale.
not buying this one. I'm not because I don't have any faith in this.
Yeah.
29. Well, I also the 2099 universe.
So if I see this in a bin for $5, I'm buying it. Otherwise, get fucked.
Yeah.
So you're saying hell no?
You're
hell
hoping.
no. I'm saying hell no. I'm saying hell no.
Yeah.
I'm saying this ain't low enough.
I'm with you. Because again, I still don't think there's a lot of upside. I don't think there's ever like this could be $100 book. I don't.
Yeah, it wasn't okay. I don't.
You're hoping to find it for $5
cheap.
to sell it for $20.
She's
At
in the
best.
canister.
All right. Well, we can move on then.
And this is the other thing. There's an alternative cover without her.
There's two actually.
Yeah. AOA, get your mind out of the gutter. All right,
This is
I'm
no
throwing
problem.
it out. Throwing it out.
Yep, I got it in there
Garbage.
already.
Oh, sorry. That's me.
Yeah, I leave you in charge of that part.
The
Oh wait, you
authority.
skipped one.
No, I didn't. I did whatever I did. Went right down the line. Oh, I see 6-month B. It's over here. There's slide 2.
I must have
slide 2.
You missed this
is
one.
slide 2. Oh,
You missed
okay.
this. You missed the A for last month. There you go.
Okay,
Oh.
A for last month.
Now this book.
Spider-Man 2099, the Toy Biz second print.
You know, I'll be honest with you. This book helped me last month sell a lot of the red 2099 covers to idiots that didn't know what they're buying for.
Red covers have been selling for the last couple of months.
Yeah,
they just
love it.
Volume wise, they just keep selling.
I just love that. So I'm all for selling any of these. And I'm all for not buying these for $600.
But last month, a 9.6 of this book sold for $600, making a list. And you can see, well, the high sale for this in a 9.6 is $1,000. And that $600 sale was the last, I believe.
I remember talking to your buddy, Marco, and being like, listen, dude, you got this in the $5 box. These are selling for $20, $25. You'll buy it then. I'm like, oh man.
Well, did you buy it?
I bought one.
Good.
But this was a while ago. This was at Great Lakes, like last October, or like
Yeah. Okay. So when people make fun of me about not selling a book for $10, I would like to add, yeah, we weren't selling these for $5, were we?
Yeah, your buddy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This is a reprint.
I did.
Yeah.
I told him first because he's my buddy, so I told him first, but he didn't want to change his price. So I was like, all right, I'll buy it.
But see, they give me. But do you see how they give me shit all the time, Dub?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Well, they don't want to let you go.
Yeah. So here we go.
This is a second print. This did come with a toy, so you have to factor that in too.
So obviously, you know my opinion on this book if we're selling them for $5.
This is not the same book, though.
What book are you talking about?
This is 100% only available like Pete said, only available with the action figure.
Oh, are you talking about the red ones?
The red ones are regular. This is the white one.
Yeah, you're talking about selling the red ones for $5.
100% the red one. Yeah.
Well, that's because we have a fucking I don't want to tell it. We bought a short box of them for fucking $5.
There were so many printed of these.
I mean, we had to get rid of. We literally have to get rid of all of them that couldn't 9.8. We have to get rid of.
I remember passing on this figure at KB Toys for like $10 on clearance, or $5 on clearance for so many of them, and like now this book is ridiculous. I can't even. I've seen people buy this book raw. I actually bought a figure off the buddy of mine after he took the book out of it, so I actually have this figure.
Yes, this is
from Unc actually. Yeah, I bought the figure from Unc because he bought the book and he didn't want the figure, so I traded him for the figure. But like, man, this book is ridiculous.
The figures are cool though. Like these.
Yeah, I like that figure. Yep.
They were super posable. Like I like the red and the black suit, but
30 points of articulation.
I wonder what this book looks like in 5 years.
Another 5 years?
Yeah, I just wonder.
Well, I'm just saying, you can look at the chart there. You can see this book has been around for a while now.
No. I understand. Well, we didn't get the 2018 numbers on this. I'm just saying, like, I wonder, because just like the second print and third print, the reprint market, because this is a reprint, and that's what second and third prints are, a reprint market. like reprints in a whole, I think there's always going to be a little bit of a market for them, but I think
There
the
is, but
market's
there's also going to be
a softening.
yeah, there's going to be people who
There's going
don't
to be a
want to be
softening
part
for
of
the
it.
market of those. And this technically is a toy. I mean, there you already see some of the toy reprints softening like astronomically. So the higher ones, the more popular characters are going. It's
All
going
right,
to
so what
take
do
a
you want to
while.
look? What the you want pricing around what time?
18,
Well, that's the earliest sale we have in 2018.
$50.
$255.
Yeah, I would say
Christmas time 2018 on Go
of,
Collect.
of all the Toy Biz reprints, this is the most unique and most sought after.
Yes.
So I would say probably. So the right price for this book is what? The settle price is what? 4?
Yeah, because this is also not a 9.8. This is a 9.6.
Yeah, the
mind
comfort price with the 9.6 is what? 4?
Maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, getting a 9.6 on this book is tough too.
Well,
It's got the crispy cover, right?
to be fair, 9.8s are over 2.
Yeah, so four is going to be the floor on this. I
That's
think.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a maybe. I got it.
This is a maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
6 is a bit much for me. But it's still a maybe.
Yeah, still
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly, Joe. Yeah.
I think this is in the halfway. I think it's a maybe.
Yeah.
All right, put in the maybe.
Crazy. I'm looking at it like 9.8s barely sell, but there are still 60 of them in the census.
That's what I'm saying. I think the price is funky there. I think it's more 400. That's what
It might be
like I
little
said. If it's 600, I'm selling it at 600. If I have it at 400, I'm not selling. I'll take it. No, put in maybe. Put in maybe.
You putting it as a maybe? Well,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean $400 I'm not selling right now because I'm holding off to see where the market settles on. $600 I'm selling this fucking book in a 9.6. So, all right, let's go with the authority. If that makes any sense.
6 months ago, I tried
This is
again.
a
I was trying to do
fucking
different
dog
jumps.
shit book.
Well, this
Dog shit
again. Remember
book.
what was 6 months ago?
What?
James Gunn.
Oh yeah.
He was announcing all the DC stuff. We're doing an authority movie.
This is
Look
a
at that
great
spike.
book.
Look at that
Pump
shit.
it up. Pump
Look at that
it
dip.
up.
Look at that dip and jump in January. Look at how crazy that is.
Yeah, volatility.
This is a great book. No, I can't remember if this is a great book or a bad book. I gotta
6
go
months
check that
ago,
CGC
it was
list.
$500. The last sale, which was July 26th, was at 256 with 21 bids.
Mm-hmm.
High of 570.
You know, the shit that's coming out of DC has been failing. But we haven't got to the gun stuff yet.
Right.
And the gun stuff hasn't come yet. So
So my question here, though, is we're not making our decision based off of the 6 months ago price, right?
No, we're making it.
We're making it off of the
on today's
$250 price.
Yeah.
But even
So-
$250 for this shit book.
I mean, it is 90s nonsense. I mean, I love this series in the 90s when I was reading it. Oh, that's so cool. Like, yeah, it was a good read at the time.
Oh, see, I differ on this. So I think this is one of the ones that has the most opportunity to be a shit show.
I understand there's a lot of people who have love for this authority, early image stuff. But if you're talking about DC, there's other things I would rather invest my money in. Even if it's $250, I feel like it. I mean, I know that there's people that love it, and I respect the fact that people love it and they can and they want to buy it. But for me personally, I don't want to. Like, I think of books as if I'm buying it, I might get stuck with it, right? If I'm spending $250, $300, this could be a $500 book. I agree. I 100% agree with Matt. But
well, it was a $500 book.
But again, it could be again.
But that was okay. Hold on. Let's talk about 6 months ago too, where people were trying to dump money into anything to find the next thing, and Gun was coming out. I mean, we were selling bullshit DC. I mean, oh my god, amazing what we were selling
because
back then.
everybody was so disappointed in like Ant-Man and Doctor Strange. Like the Marvel universe is
Well,
dead.
it was the narrative too. Go grab all this shit right here real quickly. It's going to be the next version of the Marvel universe. Okay, even if that's the case, I'm not quite sure the fucking Authority is going to be the one to fucking rev it up there, right? If you want to tell me,
my problem with the Authority is I just feel like it's not new now. I feel like the Boys has taken a little bit out of the wind out of the sails of, hey, this is a darker version of the JLA. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I
like,
don't
so
see where
it's not that unique anymore.
buy it then. What's Matt talking about?
I know this came out first, but it's gonna feel like a knockoff.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a character that that a large swath of people are not familiar with. Now, hey, listen, my story might change after next week. Because if all of a sudden Blue Beetle, I'm having no problem selling the rest of my Blue Beetle bullshit, hey, I'll change my tune. But till that point, this looks like Shazam more than it does,
Hey.
Flash.
Well, I still go back because shit, this was what 6 months ago. It might have been around that time. I did go on to, a friend Stein's Hot 10 list and did talk about this book and gave my opinion, which is the same that I have today. Like, I just don't know about this. I don't think it's going to work.
I don't disagree. This is what I'm saying, Pete.
So what?
You're saying what I'm saying.
Here's what I think is going to happen. This is 250 now, right? You said 250 is the current 260.
It's 250 now.
Yeah, right now. So if you buy it for 250 now,
money. If you're talking about making money,
right? You can make money on this because when you get a trailer for the 30, you're going to be able to sell it for 500. Then it's going to come back down.
Here's the kicker, Dub.
Yep.
When Blue Beetle
bombs. But no, because you're still going to get the backlight. No, that's not gun stuff yet.
You're
going to get there.
What I think what Marco was saying is I think we haven't seen the floor yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen the floor yet on this.
So I get this book for $100. You're telling me?
Yeah, $100, 125.
No, I'm in at $100.
I'm thinking 180, $200.
Oh no, I'm thinking 125, 135.
I don't think it's going back down that far. Too many people invested too much money already. Even the people who are going to get them graded. Because the people who went and going to get them graded, they're like, man, I cleared out all the $40, $50 copies that were really nice. So they're already in for $40, $50. Got to grade it. Pay another $30, $40 for all that.
Say that the problem with that narrative is yesterday's money ain't today's money.
Oh, I get it.
People are trying to get rid of stuff that they fucked up on. You're seeing a lot of shit come out of boxes that hadn't come out in a while because people's credit card bills are being due. I don't carry a credit card balance, but some people do.
And a lot of people still don't care. They live on yesterday's asking price.
Some do.
They leave it up.
But there's a lot of, okay, I got to get rid of something. Authority, let's put it up for auction. All it takes is one bad auction on this book. It takes is
I don't think they would auction it. I think at best.
Oh, Pete, what do you mean you don't think? We've seen this.
I know. I mean, this one just ended auction. This is 256 at auction.
Yeah, which halved it. You half it again. Next auction, this is under $200. Next auction that goes up, this book is not $250. It's going in the wrong way. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's two ways to auction. There's the up auction and the down auction. This is not the up auction.
But
and just as you're saying, people are spent too much to go hold on to this book. Well, this person went up to auction and it went down $250. That is not good.
It is not good, but just to be fair, let me look. Let me look at our arc here. So we did have a copy sell at 9.8 for $440 back in June. So it wasn't that long ago. This is +4. Best offer on $440 also in June. Best offer on $500 also in June. $400 in June. May $280. May $430. March $450. March $465. The $570 was in March. Like, it wasn't that long ago. So yes, it is trending down right now.
Dude, Gunn's announcement was in March or whatever.
No, it was in like fucking January, February.
That's still the first.
It was a long time ago.
That's what I'm saying. Since you're talking March, bitch, it's August outside. March's price ain't August price, and that shit ain't gonna be fucking October's price. Halloween's coming, motherfucker. Boo hoo! If you fucking put this book to auction, because the next price on this book, when it goes
Well, that's
to
what
auction,
I'm saying. I don't think we'll see auctions. I think a lot of people will just list it $350 best offer, and yeah, they might take $200, but most people won't see it unless they go to the methods.
Somebody's gonna put this bitch. Somebody had bought this for $5 and is gonna put this, and it cost them $18, $20 to grade, and they're gonna be like, "Fuck it, I don't want this stupid thing. I got 5 of these. I'm gonna put it up to auction, and it's gonna hit 150."
Maybe. I still think
I think you people don't understand how many dealers had 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 of these in their box, and all of a sudden they're just like, "Hey, dude, just throw it." When they need something for auction, they're like, "Throw this shit up for auction. Let's see what we can get out of it." I got 4 more, and that's going to tailor the price, and it only costs them $20, so they're going to make $100 off of it.
Yeah, I
don't think you guys understand that's how that works. You guys are thinking in your mindset as you having one copy of a book. Where do you think these fucking books were? There's a lot of dealers that had a bunch of these in there, and they do watch all these shows. And the minute that they saw this stuff go, the minute they had gun go up, you sure as shit, they watched Timmy Tams, they watched top 10 Toolies, they watched
Pete's. I get that. I get all that
in the market. They watched pumping and dumping.
What we're talking about, though, is
20 of these out.
This initially spiked 6 months ago because of Gunn's announcements. Even since Gunn's initial announcements, people are still talking about this book. There's news stories that'll pop up every once in a while. So and so is going to be on the Superman Legacy movie. Yeah, they're going to have an evil superhero team of some kind. Where most people think it's the Authority. They're probably going to be a Superman Legacy. Those rumors keep coming about.
Joe, I mean,
I hate why these things keep coming
up. I hate to agree with Joe.
I
hate to agree with Joe, but this is the one thing I think people are missing out. Nothing creators price like volume and margin. Like, I mean, that's when this book was in your dollar bins for a while and you pulled 20 of them out and 10 of them came back as a 9.8, and you're a dealer, you're telling me this shit ain't going to auction? I'm telling you it is. And when it does, volume and margins, man, that you might not be making $100 off of it, but I sure shit am. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe. Wait, why do you hate to agree with Joe?
I don't hate to agree with Joe. No, it just sounds like we're mimicking each other. I don't mean I hate to agree with Joe. I mean, like, because we didn't have the same mindsets on us.
Yeah, not like you would hate to agree with BK.
Right.
I would absolutely no. Well, yeah, I hate agreeing with BK. I think he's he knows very little about comics. Every once in a while, he just hits.
I do hear what you're saying though about people have multiple copies and all that, but I still feel like even those
on
people
on this book in particular,
I know, I get it, but I still feel like they understand that I'm going to hold it a little bit longer because I know I can cash in on the next announcement.
Yes, right.
That's all. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see the random throw it up for auction in this downtime when nobody's buying anything, just for shits and giggles, just because I really need money that badly, because they know.
Well, no. You don't need money. I'm not even saying money. You need space. Space is a premium,
but they know there will be a time to make money on this book.
Yeah, but they're still going to have 5 more. It's tough to sell. It's tough to sell 5 copies of a modern book. It really is. 10 copies of a modern book. It doesn't matter. It's hard to sell 10 copies. It really is. Of a 9. Yes. Selling 10 copies.
I mean, if you're selling in multiple places, you can sell a couple on eBay. You sell a couple at a show. I'm not a dealer.
No, Pete, it's tough. It's tough.
I will tell you, this is the longest in my lifetime that I've ever talked about Authority.
Yeah, all right. So we'll put in maybe then. Move along. All right.
Fair enough.
All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's tough.
6 months ago. Also, James Gunn's announcements. We know we're getting Damian. And we just had him in today's book.
I'm buying this book back. I'm buying all of these back that I just sold. I'm buying them back at
what is it today?
I think so. I mean, shit, what is that price today?
210?
No, 175.
No, 175.
Oh yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in.
These all back. I'm buying. Send them back. I'm buying them all back.
Right? Like, okay, I thought.
Okay, so this is a perfect example of 10 copies of a book in a 9.8 of a modern that took a long. It took a bit to sell these. It took, I didn't sell all of them, but to sell 4 of these, it took a couple months, man. Like, I'm just saying, it's not as easy as you think it is to sell 10 copies of a modern book.
Well,
for the price you want to sell it.
This is why, though. This is why. What AOA just said. This is why this book, I think, has taken a hit over the last few months.
I don't know that people keep
because
playing
for whatever reason, all of a sudden, people like to now look at the other books and be like, no, it's not 655. It's 657. It's 656. It's 650.
That's not a new thing.
It's revisionist
not
history.
A new thing.
All of a sudden now,
that's not a new thing. Hold on. That's not a new thing. That's an always between 55 and 57 has always been there. And as soon as one of them's price goes up and the others goes down, then everybody who has the other one pushes that one, and they keep going back and forth. At 125, you're buying this book. You're buying this book. It doesn't matter because it's like Kanan. The Kanan's first appearance sells for less than Kanan's fucking third appearance. Sabine, whatever. Same shit.
Yeah,
you want to know why?
6. I get you.
1 and 6. You want to know why? Because one goes up, the other one goes down. One goes down. It doesn't matter. When the floor hits, the floor is 125 in this book.
I think the thing that helped this one,
I would sell this book for 125.
For years, this one I think was supported by the fact that I had a variant. The 1 in 10 variant helped this.
Yeah.
Spot as everybody's favorite.
Agreed.
But then all of it, but it's still, like I said, in the last year or so, no, it's the other book. No.
But this book at 125 is easy to move. Not
what about
easy
175?
Yeah, but yesterday's price, not today's price, bro.
I know. I'm just telling you. That's the last price, though.
Yeah, but I'm talking. Yeah. Okay, so 175. So yeah, I'll wait a little bit. This is a maybe because as soon as it gets to 125, I'm buying back in. I'm taking the profits. I'm buying about 5 of these. I'm still going to have my money. These would have been free books to me. I'm buying 5 back, and then I'm going to sell them after they go above the 250 mark.
And if anybody wants to question why the high sale I have listed is $500, but if you look at the chart, you see 975. That was like a lot. Like there was a couple other books in a lot, so that's why that high of 975 that wasn't 1-for-1 book. So that's why that one didn't count.
But the minute this gets back up to 250, the minute it gets up to 250, I'm selling the book pricing at 250, selling 225 out the door. Make myself up a quick $100.
There is also a newsstand.
Make myself a quick $100 and a 110 variant. We already said that.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
but still, I'm gonna buy. Where this is going right now.
Yeah, where it's going, where it's headed.
Yeah, well, I know you keep saying 125. I'm saying even it's 175 now. You get it.
Your price isn't my price, Pete.
I know what I'm saying, but even you get it at 150.
I will put this in buy as well, Pete.
Get 3.
Yeah,
of all the books we've talked about so far, I'm putting this in buy.
Put in buy.
Yeah. Raphael.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This
I really
has had
hate
a
this fucking
wild
book.
ride.
I really hate this book because I fucking should have bought more.
Look at the ride. Look at those prices. Look at that.
Somebody, Dub, one of our friends, talked me out of buying 3 copies of this book for not anywhere close to this price.
I used to buy these books for $10 a pop.
Yep. McDonald's order. Talked me out of buying it for a McDonald's fucking order.
You guys talk about this for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
The only book that's worth it is number 1. Why would you waste more than $20 on a fucking book?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I used to go to a shop. It was called Comic Archives in Plymouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go roughly, I worked out there, so I would go roughly once a week, maybe every other week, and he would have a magazine box.
There.
Yeah, magazine box, and every so often magazine box would have a Turtles book in it. Whatever Turtles books he had were $5, $10, $20, and I would buy them. He would put his price up every time, after every so often, but literally I bought some of these for $10 a piece, and it's ridiculous. None of them were 9/8 candidates, of course, but.
Mind you,
yeah, but still, I bought as many of these as I could, just because I love them.
Yeah, it does.
I agree, Matt. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Ugh. But would you pay $222 for it?
No.
Really?
3,000. Wait, how much?
$2,200.
No, I would not.
What are we talking about here? What I walk back into?
You would pay $2,200 for. You would pay $2,200 for this.
I would not pay $2,200 for this book because I don't want it in a 9.8. For that much money, it's not worth it.
You look at the average though. I mean,
I don't know, bro. Yeah, I mean, you
could make a easy grand.
Yeah, you could make up. There we go. Good. Me and BK are not back to agreeing anymore. Like I said, blind man hits a home run every once in a while. All right. Oh, AOA, you better not stuck up. You did not stick up for his knowledge. He has zero knowledge.
He said he would smoke you in trivia.
Who?
AOA, I believe, said that BK would smoke you in comic trivia. If I remember
no, never going to happen. Wouldn't happen today. Wouldn't happen tomorrow. Wouldn't happen next week. Especially if he doesn't get to look up all the answers like he does right now. He's right now. Have you ever noticed whenever you ask BK a question, it's not his usual 1 minute and 30-second response. It's usually like a 7-minute response. Why do you think that is? Because when you type like this, it takes 7 minutes to find. Hold on.
No, it doesn't, because I type like that. It doesn't take that long.
When you type like this, it takes 7 minutes to get the answer.
Google will fix your mistakes when you type like that. Because I know. Point being, that book, I don't think it's getting back to 12 grand.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think it's back to 3 grand? Oh shoot! You don't think it's getting back to?
No,
Where
the
hell did it go?
There you
There it
go.
goes. You don't think it's getting back to 3 grand?
I didn't say 3. I said 12.
Oh, I don't think it's getting back to 12.
That high, 2021. Look at that shit. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I don't think it's getting to 12. I don't think it's getting to 12. But
so 22. You're saying buy it for 22 and sell it for 3?
I think you could do that.
Yeah.
Now it's a rough time because the movie's already out. I know everybody likes to relate movies to comics, but shit like this is not like original, like turtle stuff. Like this isn't going to be tied to the movies. This isn't going to be movie money that you're going to be making. This is going to be Casey Jones fan. Like
3 years ago, this book was $1,750.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the new price for this book is $2,200.
Okay, I think you're right. You've convinced me.
All right, put it in the buy. I'm not buying it at this price.
I'm not even asking the price. But... You go off a Go Collect. The fair market value price is $3,900 for this book. I'm saying off a Go Collect. If you take their number.
Oh,
ouch!
Did you see? Whatever. Did you see this? That's probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Is that what he's doing? Okay, sure. He's not calling his mom to see how he spells comics. Ma, how you spell comics? And give me some meatloaf.
It is. It's a one issue micro series. That's what it's a one shot micro series.
Well, they do call it a micro series.
It says right on there, a one issue, and right in the cover it says
more popcorn with extra.
They don't want to call it a one shot. They
Nope.
want to call it a micro series.
All right, next up. My authority's down here, dude. What did you do?
We already did the authority.
All right, hold on. Stop moving stuff.
I'm not moving anything.
Oh, this automatically moved then. I don't know what happened. All right, New Avengers.
Young Avengers, not New Avengers.
Yeah, Young Avengers. Sorry. I can't see what the new price says. What's the last sale? We got to get that a little bit bigger peek there. $321.
Yes, $321 was the last sale. So
that was yesterday, huh?
$400. What's that?
That was yesterday, huh?
Yeah. Or today.
Or today? Is it today the 10th or 9th?
No, today's the 9th.
Today's the 9th. Oh, it's today.
That was today.
Look at that. Today's price is not yesterday's price.
At auction. $321.
I don't like it at $321. I know the 30-day average is only $300. I do like the 90-day average and the 1-year average better.
Yes. The high, I don't think we're seeing that again.
What, 15? No.
Almost 1600.
This book be 400? Sure. But I'd feel more comfortable at 200.
Yes.
If I didn't have this book in 9.8, I'd feel more comfortable at 200 than I would at 300.
Yeah, 300. I don't think there's that much upside because I think this thing starts leveling off around 4. You might get some 5s,
My mom is a saint, bro. She will tuck in little mentally handicapped children. Yes.
But I think 4 is really the spot. It's going to linger.
I'm trying to think of what would make this book go above 4.
I think it's kind of hard. It's been specced on for so long. We're going to do a Young Avengers movie
Yeah.
or series. Even if we do, does it matter
Doesn't
anymore?
matter, yeah.
I don't think it matters anymore.
I mean, it's
So
the
that's
first
why I think
appearance.
we're topping
Kate.
off
It's the
round 4.
strawberry dilemma. I used to have this economics teacher, and to
Yeah.
try to explain supply and demand and wants and needs, he'd always say, you know, when you have one strawberry, it's so good that it's like the price of it is at the highest price, and then the more and more you have, and
I
eventually
don't think you're getting down to
you get
2, though.
diminish on returns. And this is kind of like the news of this is diminishing on returns, right? Eventually, it just goes to deaf ears.
Yeah, I still have this as a
Too many
maybe, though.
strawberries.
Well, what was the last sale again, Pete? 321?
321.
So I'm thinking around $300. At around $300, I think that's, again, my ceiling's not that high, but I also don't think the floor is really that much lower. I don't think this gets down to 2.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
the
think it goes
90
that low. I think 3 is kind of
hold on
the
now.
floor.
The 30-day average is 320, but if you look at the 90-day and the 1-year low, it has gone up sub 3.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to go below that. It's touched that, sure, but I don't think it's going to that again, let alone below it. I just don't. There's too many characters that people are invested in that first appear in this book. You got Hulkling, you got Wiccan, you got fucking Kate Bishop, you got Patriot, Iron Lad, like the
Iron Lad sucks. So does Patriot.
Yeah, they all suck, but I mean,
I do love me some Kate Bishop.
Yeah,
I
but
just
does
don't
this
think
seem
the
like a book where
floor
more
is
people?
there.
Hey, hold on though. But this is where I have a problem with this book. Does everybody who's going to actually fucking buy this book have this book?
Right.
I got it
Everybody,
wrong.
who the
I don't
fuck
have
are
a
you gonna
9/8.
sell this book to? That's where I'm kind of at. Like, who you gonna sell it to?
Yep.
Who you gonna sell it to?
300 maybe.
Put it in maybe.
Yeah.
Move along.
I know you
like
say
it.
who are you going to sell it to, but just to be fair, I want to look at the volume of sales here. I mean, this book does sell. Here we go.
Yeah.
So for the month of August, it's only the 9th. I got 4 sales.
Okay.
321, 350, 315, 300.
Mm-hmm.
If we go back to July 31st, 330, 304, 300, 302, 333, 320. We're halfway into July. So it moves. Like there's still copies selling at least one a week.
At 300, pretty much.
Yeah.
Close to 300.
Right around this range. I'm saying I don't know it's going to dip.
But then what I'm saying is once you fulfill that 300 threshold, the appetite, strawberries, then the next one is sub 3. So then
Maybe.
you get like, yeah, I don't know.
Hey, well, here we go. Okay, so now I went to the next page to get to the beginning of July. So the beginning of July, the first half of July, 320, 310, 361, 386, 375, 400, 399, 456, 386. So it has been dropping. I think our low here is this 275 best offer on the 4th of July. Somebody accepted a best offer on 275. So that's probably got one of our
Happy birthday, America.
Exactly. I don't know. Like I said, I just have this a maybe. At the 300-ish price, I'm at a maybe.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Sticks. Yeah, put it at maybe. Put it at maybe. I think it's a little too high, but put it at maybe.
It is well. I think you can still make money. Not much.
I don't think so.
But I don't think the floor is much lower.
Next up,
you're not going to lose any money.
Yeah. 6 years ago, we had 2 books from 6 years ago.
Ooh, Typhoid
Mary. Woo. Hey, by the way, for those people that actually do enjoy reading, and R.I.P. Anthony Bourdain, but do try to pick up Anthony Bourdain's Typhoid Mary. It is the historical telling of how typhoid took over the East Coast.
Hungry Ghost?
By somebody named Mary. It's very good. It used to be required reading for Cap 90. So, you should Also, maybe then you wouldn't eat popcorn at a fucking movie theater. Just saying.
I was thinking of that Hungry Ghost comic book you wrote.
No. So he's got his autobiography, which is really good. The first one where he's in New York doing all this stuff. But at the same time, he wrote, it's not that big. I think it's probably only like 150 pages, 200 pages, maybe. And it's only a half book. And it's Typhoid Mary. And believe it or not, he wrote a book, historical book on Typhoid Mary, the namesake.
That one season show, Kitchen Confidential, was also based off of him too.
His book, Kitchen Confidential,
was a pretty good show.
Yeah, so that was Kitchen Confidential was his biography book.
That was Bradley Cooper.
So good.
That's where Bradley Cooper met Sweet.
Well, if you've never worked in a kitchen before, and you read,
I've never. No.
Okay.
I've
Well,
never.
read the book.
Doesn't
Read
count.
the actual book, Kitchen Confidential, and there's a lot of stuff that you can. A lot of that stuff does happen. Number two, the other book that he had that was on the New York bestseller before he got popular by doing all the TV shows was this book, because it was, if you went to school, it was mandatory reading. And by the way, don't ever eat the ice cream out of a kitchen. And if somebody named Mary works there, ever.
All right. Speaking of Typhoid Mary.
Good book, though. Read it.
6 years ago, I want to guess that this is when the Netflix shows were talking about her being the villain coming up in either a Daredevil show and
the real villain is poop in ice cream. That's the real villain. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
That's all. I'm feeling like 6 years ago that was the hype of why
it
this
was the hype. That was the hype of this.
That's why this was making a list at $350 and a 9.8.
6 years ago, huh?
6 years
Holy
ago.
shit.
Yes.
And think about that. Think about the difference between hyping. 6 years ago, the most the hype could get for a book like that is $350. Wow. Well, okay.
Yeah, but that character, I mean, I don't think it's.
I mean, it's a villain.
Yeah, dude. Rumors of villains showing up fucking will spike you for not even 9.8 for fucking $300-400.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, in 2017, people were fucking spending $30-40 for First Magenta because that was going to be the villain of the week on the Flash show on the CW. Like, that's what people were buying back then.
Yeah,
like, who's going to be the villain this week?
Yeah, so the third season of Daredevil premiered on October 19th, 2018. 2 years after of 2000.
She wasn't in Daredevil. That's the thing.
Right, but people thought she was going to be in Daredevil.
People thought she was going to be in Daredevil.
Right,
but she
that's
ended
what,
up
like you said,
Iron Fist.
So 2017 makes sense for the hype to be there for Daredevil.
Yeah, I think it's still too expensive for this fucking book.
Yeah, what is it now?
$350.
It's also $350.
Oh no, I don't want.
But it did have a spike. It did have a spike.
It did, like the high.
When they were talking about so when they were talking about Daredevil and all the stuff coming over to fucking Disney Plus and everything like that, it had another spike.
No, I was just saying 6 years ago it was $350. The high, which was just this past November, was $550.
Oh.
So you can see the little chart. It's kind of gone up and down. There's some little dips here and there, but the last price happens to be $350 again, just a couple weeks ago, July 27th.
So it's current.
And there's a newsstand. People who like newsstands will pay a little bit more for newsstands.
Yeah.
But you look at the average is $362. The 30-day average $343. The 1 year average $369. This is pretty consistent at that price. But at the same time, I don't want to buy it at this price.
Nope.
Yeah, I think Raws we were selling for like $40 and we were happy to get fucking rid of them.
Yes.
So that's all I'll say about that.
I mean, it's villain spec. It's not the easiest thing to maintain at $350. I don't see a lot of
passing
upside.
on this. I'm passing.
I don't see a lot of upside here.
Done.
That's all. I don't think there's a lot of
hell
downside.
no.
It's pretty consistent.
Hell to the no. All right, here
I'm
we go.
just not paying for it to just hold it.
Put it in hell no. We don't have a lot of hell no's this week.
No, we only got the one. That's just two.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
One more. Look at this shit.
Yeah, I'll never get this book right.
6 years ago, this was only $300.
Suckers. I love
6 years ago, $300.
I mean, I sold it for $300. I sold this for over $1,000. I don't give a shit.
But did you sell it for the high price of $3,000?
No, I did not.
Where it hit.
I don't care. I got more than my fair share out of this.
What about even the last sale, which was just 6 days ago at $1,700?
I think the
wow.
last one that I sold for this, I got in a collection. I bought the whole long box for
Joe, there's like half a dozen of these.
$80.
There are 3 versions of this book.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if you count reprints.
Well, yeah. Well, plus I'm not counting newsstands, but yeah.
$14.50, I think, somewhere around there. So I got made more than enough money off this book. But I'm not buying this for $1,700.
No, I can't buy this for $1,700. Because even that's look, you can see that's at an increase to the averages.
Yeah.
This is one of the books that numbers, I have done pretty well with.
Yeah, this book always does well, but I'm not fucking. I think right now 17 is
17. It's tough.
17's offsetting
to make money.
You're buying this at 17, Doug?
No, I'm definitely not buying this at 17.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not buying this at 17.
No way. I can't.
Nope.
That would
more than I've ever sold it for, so I'm not buying it for.
Well, no, it's
more
not
than
me,
I've sold it for.
I've sold it for more than that.
Well, that's the high for the last 90 days. So it looks like it might be ticking back up again. And I have been seeing a lot of other Batman Beyond books selling lately. So it could be on the upswing, but 17 is such a big number.
Yeah. I'm going to guess the top of this. I mean, I was thinking, I was going to say 2 when I first started my sentence, but I guess it could go a little higher than 2, but I'm no way I'm buying it at 17.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even if it does, I don't think 2 is out of reach. I think it will hit 2 again.
Yeah.
But you really want to spend $1,700 to hopefully get 2?
No.
Because even where are you going to sell it? If you guys aren't dealers, you don't do shows. If you were to sell this on eBay, like a regular average Joe might do, you realize you're going to have to pay like $200 in fees, right? So you sell it for your $2,000, you're only clearing $1,800. You paid $17. What did you really make?
Exactly.
So that's the kind of stuff you got to factor in.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely not paying 17.
I can't 17. I do think there's still. I don't know if it'll get to 3. I think 3 is a pretty big number. That might be like 20 years from now, because inflation is, loaf of bread's $20. But no, 17 is still too much.
I hate to pass on a Batman Beyond book, but at this price, I have to.
Yeah, it's too steep. It's just too much out of the wallet.
Yep. So you said a 9.8 was 300 6 years ago?
6 years ago, yeah. It was $300. And it was being talked like, wow, this is $300.
Yeah. So 7 years ago, I bought a 9.6 that I got pressed and clean that ended up being a 9.8. That I paid $75 for.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm really happy with the book that I have of this.
Yeah, I think the flash rumors did push this a little bit, but you could see that chart, like the highs of 20. That was COVID pricing right there. That was just people just having too much money to start throwing around. Oh, so 2 sold for cheap. Well, I mean, it's possible. I just grabbed like I said, the most recent thing that was like right there. That wasn't like a best offer that I had to go and do extra research for. So it's also possible that the price does fluctuate that much. To be $12.50 or $14 at those prices, I start thinking a little bit more closely, I guess.
Yeah, no, this is too much at this point.
Let me. I'm going to look it up. While Marco's still not here, I'm going to go look up and see what we can see for our more recent prices. All right, so with 9.8, yeah, $1,700 on the 3rd. Also on the 3rd, $1,500. 725. I got 1133.
Oh, not on eBay, he says.
Oh, okay.
King the Cockroach is not on eBay.
Well, these are all eBay. I mean, I'm looking at Go Collect because it's just the easiest to read,
Yeah.
like the kind of pull this off, and they'll pull Heritage and Comic Link and things like that in there too. But $1,600 back in July, $15.99 best offer, $1,500 best offer, $1,200 back in June. I don't know. Seems like a weird fluctuate. It's easily fluctuating between 12 and 17, like $500, like over the last month or two. That seems like a lot of
Too much.
variables. That's a lot of variables, and 17 is the high, is the recent high. So with that price, I gotta say no.
Yep.
Marco,
Oh, Marco
You're
passed
muted.
already.
or
I already passed on this book. Passing.
oh, okay, we didn't hear it because you were muted.
Sorry, I said it before I left. Yeah.
All right, that's it. It's all 10. So we only
Wow.
got 2 buys. We got Raphael at what was it, like $2,000, and Batman Beyond at like 170 or something like that. Not Batman Beyond. First Damien, 650, or first cameo, if you, whatever the hell we want to call it.
First appearance.
That's the way I always saw it. But
Yeah.
I get it. If we want to talk semantics, we can talk semantics. But
Oh yeah, we can. I'd love to have that conversation someday.
it is what it is. I
Yeah.
mean, buy what you want. I don't care what you call it. You know what's, as long as you know what's in it, that's what you're buying it for.
Ooh.
Yeah, King the Conqueror. I always sell cheaper in person. That's true.
Oh yeah,
So-
because you don't have to pay those fees and shipping and
Show
worry about
prices.
those. Don't
Buy
worry
at a
about
show.
the
That's the way to go.
returns and all of that stuff.
Dude, Dub, I'm just wondering why your news didn't have somebody named Blake Martinez in it.
I
If you
forgot.
remember-
I forgot. Yeah, I had it on my notes and I rushed today.
No, it's
But
all right.
yeah, we can talk
Blake
about
Martinez was a pro football player who decided that he was going to go on What's Nots and all
And
these other
quit
places.
football. He
Oh, is
quit
that the
football.
Pokemon guy?
The
Yeah.
Pokemon guy.
Giants guy. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know who he is.
Ask me how he's doing.
How you
that
doing,
work out
Marco?
for you?
Why?
Not
why
well,
I
considering
am
he's banned from
rolling.
everywhere finally. I know some people were finally outcrying and they were saying they were going to sue Whatnot because Blake was lying on there, and then finally Whatnot decided to kick him off, and so did a bunch of other people because he was scamming people by doing
What?
box breaks. Oh, big surprise! A card guy scamming people. Oh, big surprise! Whatnot.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Breaking
But
on
yeah.
Whatnot, kind of hiding what they were like moving things.
Oh, and
off
also when stuff got
camera
hit too, going like, "Oh, I'm going to grade it for you. Don't worry, it's cool because it's a big one." And then them never getting them slabs months later, never get whatever you call it.
Fantastic Horde's got a
Hey,
question for
Fantastic.
you two. You guys interested in Lions tickets?
Oh man, I would go, but I can't.
Ooh, I
I
can.
can't.
That's cool. Like you're right. I've
I
always
cannot
had a
go.
soft spot for the Lions.
For the
even though
pregame for the
Marco
Giants?
hates Barry Sanders.
I would still go.
I always liked Barry.
Yeah, but dude, they got the
Me too.
scrims going on with them right now, and they already said
Yeah.
nobody's playing in that game.
No, I get it, but I mean, like if I like going to a whatever games, I'm just working on Fridays now. I changed my schedule this week, so
Yeah,
Either
unfortunately.
you guys watch
I'm
Hard
looking
Knocks?
I didn't watch
this
Hard
year
Knocks yet.
Yeah,
Not this year.
It started on
No.
Tuesday.
I did not.
No, because the Lions actually decided to do something really smart. They're putting out their own version kind of on YouTube.
Fuck the Lions.
Fuck
Fall in love with
you.
Aaron Rodgers if you watch Hard Knocks.
Go fuck
I will
yourself.
not.
Go fuck Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers could go
I'm
fuck
telling
himself a bridge
He
6
is
ways
a
to Sunday.
darling. Everybody loves him after this show.
He's a shitbag. The only thing he ever did was
You don't know him like I know him. I will never.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. could
I
go
get
fuck
it.
himself.
Yeah.
He would be like Tom Brady to me.
Yeah.
As a Jets fan, he would be Brady.
Yeah.
Except my Brady won a lot of fucking rings. Hey, Rodgers, he won one.
He lost his
He's
last
also-
game.
He's also a shitbag. No, I don't
I'm
think it's
still
like
looking
that.
forward to this year.
Like, okay, so who was the one I told to go break a, was it Greg Jennings? I told go break a leg and then he broke his leg. But he was a nice
Jennings.
guy. I mean, yeah. Yeah, we
Greg
played for
Malay?
the Green Bay Packers. He showed up and
Oh.
he was at we were over there eating at the
Jennings.
Rensen. And he was like da 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 da, and he this kid came up with his dad he was just trying to get SIGs. They're all geared out in Lions gear. And he's like, yeah, hey. They're like, can we get your SIG? And he was nice enough. He's like, yeah, sure. And they interrupted him with eating wear. I hate when people do that. I hate when people interrupt.
Yeah, rude.
Yeah, it's rude as shit. But he had the decency to do that. But then he said, hey, why don't you? They're like, why don't you come and, because he's from West Michigan or whatever. I think it had to be because it was Jennings is from Western, right?
I think so, yeah.
So it was either him or Donald Driver, one of the two. And he said, it was Jennings. He said, why don't you,
Donald Driver.
He said, why don't you come and play for the Lions? Come back home and play for the Lions. And he goes, I'd never play for that organization. It's such garbage and dog shit. And I was like, damn, dude, now I got to say something. I was like, hey, you don't go break a leg out there when you're playing, right? And the very next game, he got taken out. So good for him. I don't know, man. It was fun.
Great.
Either way, no, not a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, but yeah, the guy at Pokemon that was nice. That's nice of him. Always trust card people. I've never met one I like.
Yeah, he literally quit. Started a whole business. He was making $5 million.
Started getting banned.
No, he quit football.
Yeah, he quit football.
He quit football to go be a card seller and card breaker full time because he was doing so good with it, and now he's just banned definitely from the whatnots. I don't know where else he got banned.
Hey,
around to YouTube.
Fantastic Horde. What do you think? What do you think of the shot of the boys? Have you heard the practices? Brian Branch might be the steal of the draft. Might be the steal of the fucking draft.
I've heard so much good stuff about
I love him. Anyways, I can't believe he fell to the third. I thought he was first round all the way. And then, I mean, you got to think what position do you think wins defensive Rory every year? Like, who's won the most? What position would you say defensively wins the most Rory awards?
Well, it's usually ends.
No, incorrect.
Corner?
Incorrect.
Well, corner won last year because the Jets had him.
Yep, that's true. But who do
Is
you
that South?
The most by far is linebackers.
Jets had both
Linebackers win. And the reason why linebackers win is because when you have good defensive ends, and now they're switching that position around. They're just calling that one the rush end. That's what Clowney used to play. That's what Hutchinson plays now. They're just calling it a rush.
Oh,
when you're getting those, and you're getting corner. Yeah. And guess what? We got Campbell there, and that boy, from what I hear, is looking pretty sexy. So
what was the name of that dude you guys had? He was on Hard. I love watching him on Hard Knocks. The dude in the middle, the mustache.
Rodrigo?
Martinez.
Yeah. Rodrigo.
Rodrigo, yeah.
Malcolm Rodriguez,
Yeah, Rodrigo. That was him. Yeah, I liked him.
He's short. I mean, he'll still play in a position, but you have Branch. He'll play in the slot and then he'll slip over. So they're just going to give him a lot of opportunities to make hits. He's playing on team one now too. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of opportunity for those Lions. Not because those players. Branch, I think, was well underrated. Not that Jack Campbell's that great, but Houston is maybe one of the most underrated players on that defense. If you look at the Lions defense, when Houston, like, Hutchinson's numbers sucked. All of a sudden, Houston gets over there on the other side of the line. They move from linebacker to DE, play a middle type situation like that. And his sacks start picking up. His stats picked up.
To be fair, you guys better be better because Green Bay's relying on Jordan Love.
We're good.
I still don't believe in Justin Fields. I don't care what anybody says. I don't believe in Justin Fields as a quarterback either.
No, our division's weak sauce. I mean, you got Cousins over there.
You got Cousins throwing to Justin Jefferson.
One of the most underrated. I saw something where they were showing playoff wise and overall stats, and they're comparing Burrows to Cousins, and it's amazing. Like, it's amazing how much better Cousins is than him. But then when you look at the defense, like, the Vikings lose because their defense is fucking dog shit. And guess what? Their defense is still dog shit.
You're saying Cousins is better than Joe Burrow.
Go look at the stats. If you look at the stats, they're pretty close, but Cousins edges out him in playing in the playoffs and overall stats. He does. Yeah.
What do you mean playing in the playoffs?
In the playoffs. His playoff appearance. Yeah. Cousins playing playoffs.
Cincinnati almost beat Kansas City.
I'm telling you his stat. Yes. I'm telling you.
How far do the Vikings go?
I'm telling you the stat. I'm just telling you the stats. When you
he's just talking about passing number. He's not
passing
about
numbers, completion ratio, QB ratio, advanced stats. Cousins got better advanced stats.
Well, let's
When
just,
you look at the this is why when you look at the defense, you know how many turnovers that Minnesota has? 0. You know how many turnovers Cincinnati has? 3.2. I mean, like, you know, the defense is weak. But then what I'm saying, Cousins could be all good as he wants. Cousins
he's got the best wide receiver in the league. Is there any doubt that Jefferson's the top wide receiver right now?
But I think he's good because of Cousins.
I know Jamar Chase is great too. I think
he's good because of Cousins.
Jamar Chase.
Okay, well, I think he's good because of Cousins too. Okay, but here's what I'm telling you.
Because of Cousins too?
Yes. Because, hey, Megatron was the best wide receiver by far. He didn't look that great because he had Stafford throwing fucking pop shots over the middle to him. So he had good numbers, but he never had the best numbers in the league.
Stafford did win a Super Bowl.
Did he? Or did that defense win a Super Bowl?
He's got a ring.
Because when I saw it, he threw away an interception and almost lost in the AFC Championship game, but the defense pulled it back out for him.
What college did Kirk Cousins play for?
Go green, go white, Sparty.
That's all I want. I just want that on the record.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying when you look at the stats, though, I'm talking about stats here, my friend. Now, number 2, but this is my point. With that being said, I don't think it matters because I think our offense is better than theirs, and their defense is straight trash. So we got the Minnesota win. Chicago is good luck. Good luck to Chicago. And Green Bay's sitting behind Love and a bunch of dog shit. So, I mean, that's NFC North. Yeah. If we don't,
to be fair, I'm not trying to say Cousins is shit or anything like that. I'm just saying, I think you were overvaluing him because of your.
No. I was surprised. Hey, when I saw it, I was surprised. I'll be honest with you. I was shocked at it too.
Stats,
especially because with Cousins, if you saw him in college, Cousins was like, I love him every time. Please don't play in big games because the minute you play a big game, you throw an NIT and we lose something, right? So I'm just saying when they took the stats
will tell you whatever story you want to tell.
It's not the story I want to hear. I'm just telling you.
But whatever you read, they'll tell you the story you want to hear via stats. Like it's not hard to look at stats to say.
You can spin the narrative any way you want.
Exactly. Ultimately, when you break it down, Cousins is probably like just outside for me the top 10 quarterback.
Still, my point is,
definitely top 3rd.
Okay, top 15 quarterback. That's what I'm saying. He's arguably the best quarterback in the NFC North, but that's all they have. After that, you've got. Well, I mean, I guess you could put Goff in top 15, but he's got a ton of weapons.
I think it's a battle.
Well, okay, but now here's the thing with Goff: small hands, small hands, but he has so many weapons, especially in this.
A little dick.
No, whenever they were drafting him, when LA was drafting, when he was doing the combine, it was a big deal. If you go back to combine, they kept saying, I can't believe the Rams are going to take him. He's got small hands.
They should take Carson Wentz instead.
They did 1,000 interviews with him about small hands. Okay, but here's the problem. His offensive weapons are disgusting. The Lions' offensive line is one of the best offensive lines in the NFL.
Sewell's going to be.
Oh, my God. It's not even that. It's the rotation. The guys they have behind the guys are fucking good, right?
And the guys they have can be flip-flop. Like if somebody goes down on the left, they move them over to the right.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing how they've accumulated this offensive line. I mean, they just brought back what's his name from Arkansas is back now too.
What's his name from Arkansas?
Huh?
He was like hurt half the time he was here.
Who?
Yeah.
Swift.
Yeah, he's garbage.
Yeah, I'm not.
And by the way, they exposed him in Hard Knocks because he tried to make a cut to the left, and the fucking coach goes, "This motherfucker can't even cut to the left." And guess what? They stacked the box to the right side last year. He didn't fucking play. That was it. But dude, you put in Gibbs, and Gibbs, I'm not saying he's Debo, but he's Debo, dude. This guy right now is running every wheel route. He's catching. I mean, he's going to make a cut here and cut there, but he's fast. Huh?
I'm thinking of a different Debo.
You're thinking about Debo from San Francisco, right?
No, I was thinking of Debo from Friday.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying. I'm telling people that I'm comparing him to Debo.
I'd be like both of us. Keep it in my house.
I know.
I mean, he loved where he was picked. He loved where he was picked. In 2
yeah,
years,
he loved what
he
he's
go.
doing.
Hey, in 2 years, he's gonna be really mad when he's looking at wide receiver money, and they right now are using him, dude. They just put him fucking a back shoulder route in the fucking end zone, dude. You can't do that, and he missed it. That's all he can't do. He's doing wheel routes. He's pushing through 2 defenders. Oh man, dude. I mean, it ain't right what they're doing. Pay that man his fucking money. But I'm just saying, like, that's how they're going to use him. And then you're just going to use the workhorse out of whatever. So the offensive weapons we have, even if Sam Laporte only becomes a like crack blocker, which he can do, I mean, do we need anything else? Because you got Swift. Now you've got crossing and up routes and wheel routes coming off. Your play action pass is running better. Like, dude, you got a multiple option on a play action pass. I mean, dude, what are you kidding me?
Shit? I can't think of his name right now.
Jamal Williams is trash. They should never.
No, not Jamal Williams. No. Wide receiver.
Marvin Jones Jr.
No.
I'm on St. Brown.
Yes,
St.
that's
Brown?
it.
That's what I'm saying. You have St. Brown going. I mean, St. Brown will hit that the double cut slant route, the crossing slant route, all those widespread offensive things that you need to hit in turn. You know what I mean? He'll hit every one of those. Now you have Gibbs either running a wheel or you have him cutting across that. So him and now those two are doing a crossing route, and then you still got Jones Jr. going out there. Like, what? I mean, that offense. Where are there cornerbacks in the NFC North that can stop that? Where's their linebackers that can cut down? They don't have Brian Branch on a different team. They don't have anybody there. I mean, they just don't. And now our defense, which was fucking hot trash last year, just replaced the entire. There's like 3 starters from last year that were not drafted. So I'm not talking about Hutchinson. I'm not talking about Martinez or Rodrigo, who might actually be kind of a role player now. He's not even going to be a true starter. And Joseph, besides those 3, Houston also, I mean, those are all new guys. You pull up Biggs, you're going to have 3 actual starters who are multiple year stars for the line. The whole rest of the line's defense is shape.
I hear you.
It's a good squad.
But say whatever you want about my Jets. Our defense was not hot trash.
You guys had Sauce. I mean, Sauce.
And why did we not make the playoffs? Because we didn't have a fucking quarterback.
Well, okay.
Rodgers, as much as you want. Now we have at least
but here's the problem.
He just has to be a serviceable quarterback.
But is he? Because the last 2 years, all he's done is fucked around and found out.
I'm sorry, didn't he win an MVP in there?
Hey, Hutchinson has an interception.
MVP doesn't mean shit.
Hutchinson, the last 2 years, did he get an MVP 2 years ago?
I think he did like 2 years ago.
I thought it was 3 years ago, wasn't it?
I thought it was just 2.
Yeah, whatever. Last year, he at one point in the red zone was going to score a touchdown on the Lions and goes, Hutchinson, turn around. And he literally, go back and watch this, lobs it above the lineman and straight to Hutchinson. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen on a football field. That was like when Brett Favre dropped. That's when like Brett Favre dropped on the ground so Strahan could get the sack.
Oh, that was the worst.
Same shit.
Yeah. But.
And by the way, Sauce Gardner was good. But one of the reasons why Sauce Gardner was really good is the same reason why Brian Branch is going to be really good this year. The defense around Sauce Gardner is pretty damn good.
They are. But
yeah, your offense is still trash. But your offense is still trash.
I'm sorry. We had the projected rookie of the year until he got hurt, Breece Hall, who will be back this year. And then we still got the rookie of the year with Garrett Wilson by the time the year was done.
He's trash.
He's trash. Get the fuck out of here.
Trash.
Just because you don't like Ohio. And you don't like Ohio State.
Trash.
Garrett Wilson's good. Garrett Wilson's good. We got some height by bringing Lazard over. We still got the fucking dude from Tennessee who ain't bad.
You know what helps you out too?
Coleman
you know what helps you out? But you know what helps you out? Your division's kind of trash. You're just like the Lions. Your division's kind of trash.
No, the division isn't trash.
Absolutely trash.
The fucking Bills?
Trash.
They're not trash. The goddamn Dolphins are a pain in the ass.
The Dolphins are the only reason the Dolphins win any. Hold on, time out. The only reason why the Dolphins win any games is because they play people at the beginning of the year when it's 1,000 fucking degrees with humidity in fucking Miami and people are cramping up everywhere. Facts. Go look at their first half.
Well, I was gonna say it's because they got fucking Tyreek Hill and nobody can cover that fucking guy one-on-one.
No, it's fuck. No,
and all I gotta do is just have Tua, who hopefully doesn't get knocked out, in the middle of the game, just throw the fucking ball to Tariq.
Dude, no. That if you go back and watch some of those games, there was literally people dying on the sideline of dehydration on the other team.
Tom Brady always lost to Miami because of the heat, because he couldn't
Yeah,
go
it's
down
the
there and
heat.
play.
The heat goes that you can't play.
Then
in
he got
Miami.
used to it and played in Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Once you get used to it.
Yeah.
So you guys don't have that.
The Bills are still a pain in the ass.
They're
They
a
still
pain
got
in the
Diggs.
ass, but they're beatable.
They're beatable, sure, but they're still tough. They're still tougher than fucking the Vikings or the Bears or the.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
tough.
The
No, I mean
division is
no. Hold on, the Vikings are a pain in the ass too. They're the pain in the ass team in there.
They are.
They're tougher than I'll give you. They're tougher than Green Bay. They're tougher than the Bears. But you can't tell me that fucking the Bears and Miami aren't the same fucking team.
Yeah.
They're the same fucking team. And then we have the field thing where you want to play Green Bay in the fucking frozen tundra. Get a fucking dome, you.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like they've got the same. They got the opposite.
Yeah, we got the same bullshit going on over here too. So don't give us that shit. What's the rest of your division?
Well, and fucking Patriot got fucking Bill Belichick.
Patriots suck a cock.
I'm not saying they don't. But I
They're
still
done.
hate Bill Belichick. And
Yeah,
Matt
but
Jones
you're hanging shit up. You're hanging shit up on 50-year-old shit, bro. Like,
yeah, I don't know if Belichick's gonna.
That's like saying Green Bay's got a good team.
Yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the Bills are still a contender.
The Bills are your only worry.
Bills are
Minnesota's our only worry too. I mean, I hear what
the Bills
you're
are
saying.
contender. The Dolphins also made the playoffs, and if Tua is healthy, they are more formidable. They got Waddle. They got Tariq Hill. Like, you want to cover Waddle and Hill?
What? Yeah. If you look at their team, though, when they played shit teams towards the back half of the season, they did okay, but they didn't do that great because it wasn't hot.
Yeah.
When they played their good teams, they played the best teams in the heat in Miami, and there definitely was fucking dehydration going on one sideline, and Tua got knocked out, but like that wasn't because of dehydration.
Yeah.
That was because
I get it. I'm just saying they still have,
and you can get their line sucks. You can get their quarterback.
What would be a pain in the ass?
No, look, if Sauce is so good, this is why they're not going to be a pain in the ass to you. This is why they're not going to be a pain in the ass. Your defense is made to beat Miami.
Hopefully.
Their line can't hold up. Their quarterback has to have time to throw it to Tariq Hill. You guys can cover with Sauce to cause enough damage, and you can blitz. So Miami's the perfect win for you. As far as the Bills, don't play in the fucking snow, and you got the Bills. Don't play in the snow, you got the Bills.
The problem with the Bills is when fucking Josh Allen starts to run. That's the problem, because you
guys have got speed now, though. You guys have got speed on defense. That doesn't matter.
I know. Diggs is a tough cover, but they still got talent.
One more year, Sticks. One more.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think
they didn't get Hopkins.
The
Patriots. I thought fucking DeAndre Hopkins
probably
some
nepotism.
But we still don't know where Dalvin Cook's going to go. I do worry about him going to Miami. I know he's losing a bit of a step.
Come on. Not how these kids are playing anymore. The secondary kids, they have their hips open. They still move. Like the amount of crossing that they do. And Brian Branch, not to bring it back, he's one of these new style guys. So a lot of the old timers don't understand what they're doing because they want you to press up in coverage. They want you to open up, keep your hips straight, either come on or you're going to turn fully around. These guys can arc now, right? They don't have to do a full tip hurt. And when they're running with these guys, I mean, the fucking speed of some of these cats. And you're right. We sub them in so you don't have to. The corner doesn't play. He's not playing 120 snaps anymore. They're playing 80 snaps, but still they're side turned and going on these. So you can't just pump it. You can't just throw it backside shoulder and you got to beat every time. Now you actually have to beat the quarterback.
Though, safety has gotten to be a more, I don't want to say disposable position, but when you got a guy, if you got a guy who's good and young and cheap for a while, you know
who's good though. You're going to
get rid of him because the Jets had Jamal Adams. Thank fucking God. I like Jamal.
But I
like Jamal Adams, but holy shit, we got 2 first-round picks for him.
But I think that's the old way of looking at it. The new safeties that they're doing. Like, what's the kid's name that's in Baltimore now that came out of Notre Dame? Hamilton.
Oh,
Hamilton. That's the new version of a safety. And that closing speed, he never gets beat. He's crossed across his hat. You're only going to get 6-7 years out of him, but because that speed's eventually going to die down. But it's going to be a good 6-7 years, and then you could just move him to a quarter position. So, You can move him nickel D,
Well, that's
whatever
kind
you
of
want
what
to
you
do.
more need. Safety these days, you got to be able to cover more than hit. Like, we don't need the Troy Polamalu version of a safety anymore.
Yeah,
We
no,
need
you
the-
don't. No.
You
I
need
mean,
somebody who can cover like a Travis Kelce. That's what
Yeah.
you need out of your safety.
you need a guy that if you need over the top coverage, you can cover. You can run the halfway to the over top 20 yards up and cover on that, or you can flop over and where you're throwing something
It's
over the
realistically, like,
middle on a crossing route
even
for
if
somebody.
even if you blitz like with your safety, you don't have to do a lot. All you got to do is get in the way. You're not expected to blow up the running back or the quarterback. You just got to get in their way, slow them down for everybody else to get.
You're going to run four fours and 4 5s, or 4 5s and 4 4s now, and then you're going to be able that new slot quarterback position that they're doing because you're already got the rush position. So now you have the rush, 2 DDEs and nose tackle. You're going to be able to fucking have that cornerback position, that slot cornerback position. That's going to open up to either cover the runner back or blitzing. And as the blitz is going, that's opening up because you're having the rush on the left side, the push on the right side, and then you're having the blitz go. And you're seeing already, if not rushing with this, you're seeing a positivity in amount of sacks that get picked up. And sometimes it's a pressure sack where it's pushing it into the rush position.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, with that, you need a safety can cover more than a hitting safety like Polamalu. Plus, by the way, you can't leave your fucking feet like Polamalu did all the time.
I'm
You
ready
just
for
can't-
some football. That's what
You
I'm
can't
ready
target it. You can't target like you used to. There's a lot of hybrids now, Joe, but you have to have that. I mean, the offense is
Yeah. Well, that's the same. It's the same thing on offense, right? I mean, running back,
look,
flash wide receiver. Like, look at Cordarrelle Patterson. Like, what position does he play? Well, he can do whatever you fuck you want.
look at Debo. Look at Gibbs.
Exactly.
I mean,
Look at
you
Debo.
start to look at these people.
McCaffrey.
Look at how isn't Elliott already out of the league playing in the XFL or some shit?
No, he was looking at the Patriots.
Oh, is he? Well, whatever, dude. He's done. I mean, that when they're saying the running backs are dying, they aren't dying. That position of run it up the middle, cut right, cut left, give us 3 of smoke, and maybe do a little out the backfield curl or out option is done. That's done. That's done. They don't need that. I mean, you're going to need it, but that's the third down back, right? That's the third down back. That's not. I mean, like that's pay rate. Hold on. Pay wise.
Derrick Henry still carried the fucking Titans. He still put them on his back.
Well, so you got one running back out of 50.
Well, no. I'm just saying, but he carried that team. Solid defense. You're not gonna Tannehill. You're not putting all your eggs in the Ryan Tannehill basket. That team.
See, this is the comment. Expensive running backs are done. I don't think that's
absolutely
it.
True.
No. I don't think that's it. I think expensive. I think Derek. No, I think what's going to happen, and you're going to see the next cycle is because there's only going to be the next Debo that comes out after Gibbs is going to say, I'm going to put myself at ATH. I'm going to call myself ATH, not a running back. I'm not going to try out for running back, ATH. And you're going to pay me ATH money. You're not going to pay me running back money.
The Rocket Ishmael.
Yeah. You're going to start paying me ATH, which means they're going to be a running backs, the new hybrid running back. And the new hybrid running back also is wide receiver. So you're going to have to figure out a new pay structure for that position because that position doesn't last 3 or 4 years. As we're seeing with Debo, that position looks like it's going to last 10 years.
Here's the trouble.
No.
I don't know if it's going to last 10 years because with your guys and your boy Gibbs, since he got picked in the first round, he's basically locked up for 5, not 4 years.
Player option.
Yeah. Is it player option or is it team option?
Player, isn't it? 5th is player, right?
Team when you're picked in the first.
I think it's 4 player. Oh, is it? They changed it around.
Yeah, I don't know. But all I'm saying is he's going to be.
I mean, they get franchise. That's it.
Yeah, then you get franchise. You
get the franchise.
By that point,
but that's why. That's what's going to happen. Is they're going to stop. They're going to stop showing up in running back for the fucking. They're going to stop listing themselves as running backs.
No.
That's
what I'm saying. That's
Debo almost sat
right now.
Debo almost sat, and this is how positions usually go. The next guy's going to sit. And when he sits to hold out, he's going to sit to hold out because he's already.
I don't want to hear it because a dude did sit. Lest we forget, Le'Veon Bell sat out a year. The Jets paid him.
Yeah,
he was fucking done when he came back.
Yeah, but hold on.
Go green, go white.
Go green, go white. But let's remember what Le'Veon Bell did.
He was a beast. He was a beast with Pittsburgh.
Let's also remember LeGarrette Blount's career could have extended a little bit more if it wasn't for Mr. Bell, go green, go white. A couple times with smoking too much of the wacky stuff and getting caught and stuff like
What are
that.
you talking about?
Bell.
Oh,
Don't you remember when he played for Pittsburgh? Him and
Yeah.
Gary
Yeah.
Blood. Remember that? You don't remember that, huh? All right. Anyways,
Eh.
my point being, but that he got paid, and after that, because there was a downturn for
He got
running backs,
paid,
then
he got
it
cut.
brought up the running back price for a little bit. I'm just saying there's gonna be a time where running backs are not there. When Debo starts causing excuses, if it's one guy, it's one thing. When you start getting a bunch of these hybrids, which you're gonna start seeing, it's just the evolution of football. It's the same way quarterbacks. Remember when they said you can't take quarterbacks in first round, and then all of a sudden Sauce Gardner's becoming like the amount of quarterbacks that start taking Rory from what it was 10 years ago is like 1. Now there's about 8. I mean, it's 7 in a couple of years. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot more.
That's what I'm saying. Like the money has kind of shifted because there was a time where the money was in corners. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, people started paying for corners. Like the Jets paid, what the fuck was his name? The dude from the Rams. And he sucked. They gave him $72 million. He was fucking hot trash. And then money started shifting from corners towards safeties. And then now it seems to be shifting back the other way. Like it's just money just gets moved around.
No. I understand that. But I understand what you're saying.
All the fucking DTs that got paid. DTs got paid this year. I had no idea who the fuck they were. I didn't know who the guy in the Giants was. Who is Darren Payne in the Redskins? I never heard his name before in my life.
What I'm telling you, though, is even where they draft
a
draftable position, they used to tell you couldn't draft a CB in the first round.
I know.
That's not the position anymore because the league changes.
Yeah,
and we're going to see that now.
Running
backs aren't supposed to be drafted in the first round. But all of a sudden, now one of these hybrid running backs is being drafted in the first round.
Well, there were 2.
Yeah. Who's the other one that got drafted in the first round?
The fucking, what's his name? The dude went before your boy Gibbs. Dude in Atlanta.
Where did he play?
Bijan?
Yeah, Bijan Robinson.
Oh,
that dude's gonna be good too.
Yeah,
that dude. He's a good dude, and he's be a good player.
He's ranked so high.
I don't know if BJ is gonna be.
I'm telling you, watch that guy's gonna be good too.
But that's what I'm saying. Once that position starts picking back up, though, like running backs, as Joe said, running backs are dead. They are for that type of running back. Like
for right now, that's the thing. It's for right now. But
because remember when remember the Duns of the world. I mean, the Priest Holmes, even Priest Holmes, LT caught a little bit more than Priest did. But remember Ricky Williams, all those guys weren't great catchers, but they would run in.
Sean Alexander,
Sean fucking thumper. Yeah, he's a thumper. I mean, those running backs are gone. They're gone. And the newer versions,
what about
Christian
your
McCaffrey's.
What? Not your boy. Well, it came in after Priest Holmes. Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson, yeah. Yeah, but they were already long in the tooth by the time they got there. But I'm saying then you saw the next evolution. You saw the what's that, Barkley, and you saw the McCaffreys, and there needed to be another step up for and Alvin Kamara
got paid. Barkley has
paid.
Yeah, well, because McCaffrey proved that he could transition more to receiving. That's what I'm saying. Like he
also got paid ahead of time, and then he got traded.
Yeah, you're gonna need guys that can come out there and probably 65%.
Dalvin Cooks, who also got paid. They said, "All right, we paid you, but we don't want you anymore."
Yeah, no, they're putting out good kids and young kids. See, listen here. The one thing you got to know about college football is there's some teams up there.
Yeah.
Not to talk about the little team down the street.
The one team that's figured that shit out is the fucking Eagles. So we're just going to take all of them. We'll just take their whole fucking defense and just make it our defense.
Except for Brian Branch. Probably one of the most underrated portions of
No, but they did get Jalen Carter. Yeah, sure. He's fucking drag racing. Who cares? They put him on the line with his boy.
I agree.
We're going to get a linebacker. We're going to get their corner.
I agree. I like a lot of the players from Georgia. I mean, you can't and that the thing with them too is they didn't have. If you look at some of these people who aren't even
Georgia,
let's talk about
over Alabama.
Let's talk about the playoffs last year. You had TCU. They had a couple kids out there get drafted. Mainly they're speed people, which they should because that's where they were at. They had one lineman and a couple speed people. Yeah, U of M. Everybody's surprised that a lot of their kids didn't get drafted. But if you look at a lot of their starters, they were COVID starters, which means they got 6 to 8 years. Which means they're pretty fucking old at this point.
Just grown men.
Yeah, I mean, they are. I mean, Michigan's biggest advantage is that their line averaged, I think it was 23.5-year-olds. Like, there's bulk. You can't eventually bulk will take college football. It was a smart fucking not to give them too much credit, but it was
can we have a moment of silence for the Pac-12?
Oh, fuck the Pac-12.
Well, I'm just saying they're just they got
just
what,
wait till
4
we
teams
just wait
left,
till we
right?
cannibalize the ACC. The ACC is the one I really want to
Well,
go
the
after.
fucking ACC is looking to add two. The fucking Stanford
the people we don't want, Stanford and Cal. What really should happen is we should add Utah. We should go down there, talk to the SEC, and say, "Listen,
Utah."
Yeah, say, "Listen, we're going to take Utah, Missouri, bring them over where they belong. Bring them
That's
over
what
where
you're
they
talking
belong.
about. The 25-year-olds they're going on their fucking missions.
Yeah, we're going to bring those guys over there. You guys go down there, grab FSU in Miami, get them over to the SEC. Then we'll come up and we'll scalp some of the northern teams. Like, for some reason, we have to put UConn on our freaking thing. We'll grab, yeah, we do. We just do because it'll give us the East
basketball?
Coast. Yeah, it'll give us the East Coast in basketball because we're a big basketball conference. Okay, we'll take care of that. Then Notre Dame is going to come finally here because we're making way too much money for them. We're going to give them a shit deal and tell them to go fuck themselves. No, I mean that should be.
That's how you get on Andy Reid's team.
It's going to be a 3. It really should be a 3. I think it's going to come down. Well, 4. It's going to come down to 4 divisions, conferences. You're going to get the Big Ten, whatever that becomes. It's going to be West to East Coast, mainly the Northern Division going through the Midwest. You're going to get the fucking Texas League, which is pretty much the Big 12 already, where you get Oklahoma and fucking every team in Texas. That's what you get there. You get all the Oklahoma teams, all the fucking teams in Texas. So you got about 20 teams there, right? You get SMU, TCU, you get Texas, you get Oklahoma State, Tulsa, you get Nevada, you get what else am I missing out there? Oh, Baylor. You get Baylor. That's your fucking team. There you go. Go ahead, and they can have Cal. You can take Cal and Stanford. So you get 2 on the West. That's one league, and the SEC is the rest. And SEC goes everything. SEC is pretty much
Florida.
Bunch of inbreds. Okay, you get all the inbred states. You get all of them. All of them. You get all the I hit people with chair states. You get all the chair whackers. And then you get all Florida men. You get all the Florida men. So you're going to get Florida, Florida State, Miami, Alabama, Auburn. You're going to get Arkansas. That's an inbred state. You're going to get who else you can get? Who did I miss? What other inbred states are there?
Oh,
Tennessee likes to fuck their cousins. You'll get Tennessee.
No. What's the one of the? It's UFC? No, UFC.
Oh yeah,
UCF.
UCF is a UCF is you get UCF. You'll get a UCF in there. Because you're gonna have to have some garbage teams in there, right? So
you gotta have
UCF.
some. You gotta have.
You'll get Northern Coastal. You'll get in there. You'll get the Gamecocks. You can have those guys.
Hey, well, the Gamecocks had players.
Gamecocks suck. You'll get a little bit of that. We might have to split Kentucky. West Virginia is going to be a very interesting one because technically they do inbreed, but they probably fit better in the Big Ten than they do in the SEC.
They do inbreed.
Yeah, they're inbreeders. I mean, like what?
Technically, a cousin is a cousin.
No, have you ever seen the laws in West Virginia? You can marry a 14-year-old and she can be related to you. So, I mean, that's inbreeding. I don't care if it's your second cousin.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
There you go.
Kentucky not come on that list?
It does. It does.
Okay.
But it's a split. Some Kentucky. Yeah,
Some
it's a split.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
It's a split.
Some Kentucky.
It's a split.
Lexington's okay, but Louisville is not.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, half and half. So you got to split it up half and half.
Yeah, right.
So that's
right
what you get there.
Agreed.
How the hell did we get here?
I don't
These
know.
Billies.
I thought we were
All
talking about NFL, and now we're talking about Kentucky and.
I know.
We're splitting it up, and then your last. Okay, so your last division is this: every MAC, WAC, BYU. What other conferences they have? Sun Belt and all that shit. You don't get an independent.
Don't forget the independents. Don't forget the Notre Dame.
You don't get independents. You take all those and the independents.
Don't want to be part of anybody.
Yeah, okay, but now you are. You get all those conferences. You put them together, and you put the fucking 6 independents with those motherfuckers. Now you've got a 30
Where's
team
Army
league.
and Navy fall?
They fall in that group.
Okay.
Army, Navy, surplus stores, whatever the fuck you got, they fall in there. They all fall in that. And that's your fourth conference. So now you have 4 conferences. You end up getting
That should
4
make the
teams.
fucking tournament easy then.
You get 4 teams for every conference comes out. That's your playoff.
Well, you can't do 16. That's too much.
Yes, you can. That's not too much. They already do it in fucking D1.
Well, actually, you know what? They probably should and just rename the fucking bowl games they have to be.
That's what you do. You take, absolutely.
Because who gives a shit? It's the Tostitos Bowl. What does this mean?
And you still get
I don't know. We
sponsorship
got the
money
25th and the 23rd ranked teams. They're going to play each other for 22. What?
Joe, that Notre Dame nut ain't what it used to be.
But they still get paid.
They don't, though. Comparative. If you look at the profit sharing for the Big Ten compared to what Notre Dame gets paid, it is minuscule.
Money ain't what it used to be because regular.
And that NBC deal ain't what it used to be.
Regular TV is dying.
Yeah.
Like the money.
That NBC deal ain't Apple money, bro. It ain't fucking Big Ten money. It ain't fucking Fox Sports money. It ain't, or not Fox Sports, FS1, whatever the fuck.
It ain't for shits and giggles that Disney's like, you know what? We don't need ABC, FX, or fucking ESPN anymore. They're not putting that shit up for sale because they're being altruistic.
Did you just hear what happened with ESPN? It ain't going for sale. It ain't going for sale anymore. Did you just hear what happened to ESPN?
No, they're ESPN bets.
Yeah, ESPN gambling. Put in your bets.
Dude bought his stuff back, and now
he was kind of giving it back. But
giving it back, and now
under a commitment that if he sells it, they get 50%.
Yeah, so now he's got it back, and then ESPN now has
ESPN's going straight pimping bets. They became a casino.
Now they're a casino, and they're not gonna. Yeah,
not only that,
they already run fantasy football.
They're getting paid like $120 million in cash per year to be a casino, and that's not including ad revenue. Think about that.
Disney gambling. Wow.
Yeah, Disney gambling. I mean,
You're
that's what it
right,
is.
Joe.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we're not going to go a whole extra hour talking about football like we did with wrestling last week.
Why not? I love talking football.
I do too, but we can save it till we get a little closer to the regular season because preseason is still fucking preseason.
Yep.
It is.
I gotta do some more mock drafts.
You could just be like me and be a champion your entire life. I mock nothing.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of miss my son's fucking flag football practices. I love just going out there and just watching.
Even watching little kids, huh?
No, okay. Giving my tip and be like, look,
Creepy.
buddy, look, when you blitz, it's like put your hands up. Like you can block the fucking ball too. Like you're not gonna get the flag. Fucking put your hands up. Like just jump, swat that ball down. I was like, the ball's in the air. It's up for grabs.
Hopefully
You can go grab
your
that
wife's
shit.
height, not yours.
No, well, she's shorter than me, so.
Oh Jesus Christ! This kid's got no hope.
Yeah, well, he does. There's some tall people in our family, just not us directly.
Yeah, this was the worst. This was actually their worst move ever. I never liked it in the first place.
He's already 10, and he's got the same. They can switch shoes, like the two of them.
Yeah, I mean, look at Dominic Mysterio. He's like taller than both of us.
That's true.
Who?
Granted, but his mom is kind of tall.
Yeah, taller than Ray.
She's taller than Ray.
Yeah,
Granted,
taller than both of them.
taller than Ray.
How much you? How much you want back and throw a football for the mountain?
that was Joe's line. You stole Joe's dueling lines, Swizzy. No doubt in my mind.
No doubt in my mind. Yeah, James. I mean, look, man. I actually went back, and looked at the last 3 drafts, and do know this: like the Lions were in a real bet. If you look before Campbell took over at it is they didn't even have a football team. Like you look at it and you're like, oh boy, like how bad it got. Then you look at his first year of drafting and free agency.
Too expensive, too much gear.
Yeah.
Plus the coordination, you got
It is
to
expensive
and all that stuff.
They did a good job. They've done a great job. If your only miss is Jameis Winston and you're still picking up starters in the 5th and 6th round, and your 1st and 2nd round guys are paying off.
If my son had any sort of like killer instinct, he would be good. Like, granted, I don't want him playing tackle football. My wife doesn't want him playing tackle, but he doesn't have that instinct to go and hit. But he's solid. Like, he could run through people if he wanted to.
I got the
His
opposite
age
problem.
and his size.
I got the opposite problem. My boy is too. He's not smart enough to realize that it hurts.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like he was out there playing basketball, got concussion, and just kept playing. And I'm like, dude, you can't do that. Like, you got to realize it hurts, man. You cannot do that. So he can't play contact sports till he figures out what, like, it hurts. Like, you're not supposed to do that. If it hurts, you need to stop. So
yeah.
Oh, plus we have too much money for him to be getting hit. I mean, I'll be honest with you.
Like I said, I'm not talking about getting hit. I mean, that's why I wouldn't want him playing either. Like, tackle football at that age, it's just not.
They had it. He came back. He said, "I know you won't let me play football or whatever, but there's this new game I'm gonna play because they're at Cranbrook." I said, "Oh yeah, sure. What's that?" Thinking it was like because his sister comes home. We played field hockey and shit. So I was like, "Okay, cool. He wants to play handball, field hockey." He's like, "Lacrosse. I'm really good at it." I go, "Fucking Jesus."
Fucking lacrosse. I thought you were going to say
less pads and more hitting, huh? Oh, yeah.
Rugby. Let's go for rugby next.
Yeah.
Just fucking throw that shit.
He's like, I scored 3 goals. I knocked this dude. I was like, dude. And the problem with it is
a baseball right into his face with the stick that I had.
Well, the problem with it is now he's playing in this camp. He's playing against kids his own age because they do it by your age. Where like when he goes to school, the kids are like 2 years older than him. Like 2 years older than him, a year older than him, because like people will hold back their kids now so that they're better at. They're like, oh, it's so they're better at academics. It's like, yeah, but they don't show up to school for academics, and you have them in 16 sports. Why is your kid playing 8U and he's 9 years old? Like, you know what I mean? So he's now playing this camp. He's unfortunately got to play kids his age, and his arrogance.
My worry is
on a test.
My worry is next year when my son wants to play flag. Like right now, he's doing an 8 to 10, but he's on the upside of it. Next year, it's fucking 11 to 14. Some of them 14-year-olds are pretty fucking big.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's
the difference between 11 and 14.
I play my kid up a lot, and he's a twin, so they were preemies. So I've always played him up. And the only reason I do it is because not for playing against stiffer competition, but if he sees other kids listening to coaching, then I feel like he'll listen to it, which he does.
Yeah.
And if you play him at the regular, then he's just too worried about winning and shit all the time. And like at this age, I give a shit about him winning. I give a shit about like you should learn how to be coached. If you can learn how to be coached,
that's the bigger thing. Like learn. Like it's just it. It's just learning, listening, learning.
That Joe, they're in like second grade now. They're 20. There's 2 kids in his class that are 2 years older than him. So, I mean, and then the fucking arrogance of these parents, because then they've got the balls to have half birthday parties.
The fuck's a half birthday party?
Half birthday party because their old ass kid has a summer birthday.
Fucking Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah. Their old ass kids are fucking old as shit, but their birthdays are in the summer when the other kids are there. So to celebrate, you'll be like, holy shit, your kid's fucking 10 years, 12 years old. Every other kid's 8. He's technically 12 and a half. And you're like, the fuck? He's technically 10 and a half. The fuck? Like,
dude, keep in touch with your fucking friends if they're your friends.
Yeah, I don't like whole birthday party. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, it is fun. And then, like, so when they went to camp this year, even with my daughter, they have some friends, and they're like, they go to all boys and all girls camp, and then, like, they split it up now by age. So it doesn't matter what grade you're going into. It's your age at Cranbrook, and, like, a lot of their friends they're in one up above them now, which kind of sucks. But my son gets along with everybody, so.
Fucking AOA is doing fucking 8 Mile lines.
Yeah, I mean, they go to that school. That school that he's talking about, it's a very expensive private school. That's where they go. I got no shame in my game. I could have, like, growing up, I was like that. I was like Mr. Marshall going like, fuck Cranbrook and these rich motherfuckers. Now I'm like, yeah, that's right. I mean, I don't give a shit. But yeah, they go there and it's like, it's crazy. Like they play, like, it's crazy how parents are nowadays. Like I heard somebody talk about it. There's a guy having a talk and he's saying something, and I coach youth athletics too. And believe it or not, for those people that don't know, because I never can sit around and do absolutely nothing. So it's another one of the 80 things I do. And one of the big talking points, because we had our coaches meeting and everything, was they brought in like a ex-professional player. And he's like, hey, I just want to remind you all. And it was a good talk. I don't know if parents really resonated with it or coaches did, but like, do understand, even though we tell the kids not to keep score, they're going to keep score, but at this age, but try to figure out that it's not about winning or losing. It's about doing the thing right. So if they did it right and they still fucking lost, cool. At least they did it right. Because when you get the kids, the guy told a personal story on how like he hadn't actually really won much through almost everything into high school. And then he got to high school and he played in the Texas League, and he got into high school. And when he got into high school, it all fucking clicked for him because he had been learning the right technique the whole time. And then he ended up making like a 8-year NFL career out of it. And he's like, but it wasn't because we were winning. He's like, it's just because I kept doing the right thing. And it was really kind of reassuring, because I know I've done some things with the kids where like I've intentionally put in shitty lineups when they're up by like 6 goals so that they have to learn like, yeah, it ain't about winning. It's about doing the right fucking thing, bro. Like you better play some fucking defense, or you better pass the ball more, or whatever, or I made a rule where our 2 top kids had to pass to each other at least twice before they could even attempt to make a goal. And if they didn't, they would sit.
4 times.
It was the Hoosier rule.
4 passes.
Or they'd sit.
Don't take a shot.
And I mean, we've only lost really one kid. He ended up playing. Now he's playing travel, and he made the A travel team. And his dad's like, man, can we play on ball? I was like, you can't. If you play travel, you can't come back and play rec. He's like, oh, dude, because I'm like, whatever. He's like, dude, he was fucking killing it. Thanks a lot. And I'm like, yeah, man, cool. If that's what you want out of your kid, to play travel, you're going to get there. So we'll see what we do this year. I do coach soccer. Yeah, that's not true. Kids who play soccer end up being pretty good. Go ask Dominican Sue, because he's crazy as shit, and he's very good at what he does. It doesn't matter. There's other sports too that I coach basketball too. And it's not.
Yeah, I tried to sell my son on basketball. Granted, he's not very tall, but he's still at an age where he could have played. But
I tried not to coach at all. I really don't want to coach, because I think it's detrimental to your children. They don't care that much. It's fucking horrible. Coaching your own kids is the worst.
Well, it's not even that. Like, I don't know about your kids, but my kid don't want to listen to me. Doesn't matter.
I throw my kid out all the time. Yeah.
I mean, if I give him advice, it doesn't matter if I'm right. But if somebody else tells him the same thing I just said, he'll fucking listen. But he doesn't want to listen to me because, well, it's dad. I don't want to listen to dad.
Yeah, it's easier when you coach them. It's easier when you don't coach them, or like a lot of drills. I'll try to put it with
my
the other
son
coaches.
didn't even want to play football or flag football until one of my wife's husband's friends said, hey, you should play football. As soon as he said that to him, all of a sudden, hey, I think I want to try to play football.
Dude, if you ask my boy to do anything, he's going to do it. If somebody was like, hey, my kid wants to do karate, but he's nervous. Can your kid come? My son's like, yep, I'll fucking do karate.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then just start karate chopping everything he could. I'm like, motherfucker.
I even tried to get him into karate. I mean, I did.
God. I got fucking karate is annoying as fuck. I always am like, dude, fucking losers are doing karate, but whatever, man.
Dude,
hopefully he gets some training.
I had trophies bigger than me when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I don't think there's much to do, and but I think in general, that's what he says too. He's like, at one of the sessions of basketball, he's like, well, I always listen to, and I'm like, yeah, that's because I'm not your coach in that one. It's another coach, but there's like 4 or 5 of us guys that coach like a bunch of different sports, and I think too the personal attention thing, especially when kids are young, like it's hard because they want your attention while you're like trying to help out another kid be better. And we have a kid that plays soccer and basketball for us. And
I was good. When I was a kid, I was good.
And 2 years ago, when he started playing just soccer for us, he would run away from the ball. And then his first year at basketball, it was not good. Or first season at basketball was not good. And now he's doing great at both, like, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I still was short as a kid, but people thought I was fucking Ernie Reyes Jr. Because
I love all these dudes. I love all these clowns.
Jump.
I love all these clowns that were benchwarming their grade school teams talking shit in the chat. Yeah. Ain't never seen anything.
You guys know I'm not tall.
Pete might be short, but he probably was
able to touch the rim. I couldn't dunk, but I could touch the rim. At my height, I could jump. And when you do karate, like, that shit looks impressive when you're
Rudy lied. Sticks, go ask Joe Montana what he thinks of fucking Rudy. He's like, I didn't. Oh, you've never heard this, Dub?
Watching Ladybugs?
Dub, you've never heard this?
About Rudy?
Yeah. I think it was Dan. Was it what's the guy's name? Dan.
It was a movie, right? It wasn't like.
Yeah. No, there's a guy named Rudy. Yeah. There's a guy that went to Notre Dame named Rudy. Rudy Rudiger.
Yeah, but I don't believe anything Notre Dame.
No, yeah, Dan. What the hell's the guy? His name was Dan Piloff was on his thing. He used to have all those guys in the background. Dan Patrick asked fucking Joe Montana. He's like, hey, you were at school with Rudy, and Joe Montana goes, that whole movie was made up. Not one person turned in their fucking jersey. He didn't make shit. Yeah. Pretty much. Jay, good job, JJ.
Yeah, he was like the guy. He like helped Frodo get the ring. Help Frodo get the ring.
The wild man now.
You know, hey, that's what propelled the career of Kevin. What's his name? No, not Kevin. What's his name from Star Wars? The guy that's in with Star Wars with the guy from Swingers.
John Favreau.
John Favreau.
Yeah. He was the wild man now, but Vince Vaughn was in it as well.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn was in it. Well,
his buddy. Like they made plenty of movies of Swingers.
Mm-hmm. Who's a big winner? Who's a big winner? That's right.
I don't like certain people. I don't like me. People like me. I don't like certain people.
All right. Well, at this point, let's call it because we could talk about football forever or sports in general. I don't know, man. Speaking of that, whatever happened to that dude that decided to jump in a pool with all his clothes on? Did he drown?
What dude?
That one dude that had a video of him jumping in a pool with all his clothes on. I think he like drowned or something. Did you hear about that kid? Real sad story.
There was talk about a Philadelphia and a no-hitter earlier in the chat today.
Now he's in Ohio, hanging out in Ohio.
There was a no-hitter in Philadelphia.
He might want to go. He might actually want to go into the. If I was him, I wouldn't jump into the Cleveland River though, because he might get set on fire.
Wait, so I just want to be clear for 1 second, Pete. So you are a Jets fan, but also a Phillies fan?
Yes. Well, I grew up in South Jersey. The only reason why I'm a Jets fan is because my dad.
That just sounds miserable.
No, because my dad grew up in New York, and when he was younger, it was 69 Jets. He was like 18 years old, so he liked Joe Namath. So I watched Jets games with him growing up. I still watch Eagles games when I could, but I always watch Jets games first on the fucking shitty-ass antenna. But then we watch Eagles. So I do like the Eagles because that's the area I grew up in. But I like the Jets because those are the games I watch with my dad. So
gotcha.
That's why it's still...
So if it was Jets versus
nothing harder
damn it, Joe.
For a 1 in 15 team in middle school. Middle school, 1 in fucking 15.
Wow.
There's nothing harder than that. Well, I should.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you just say something to the Lions fans? Because hold my drink.
Yeah, right.
Hold my motherfucking drink. Yeah. Hold my drink.
That's why I was in middle school, but yeah.
That's why we get it.
Yeah,
There's nothing that builds more character than rooting for a loser.
Yep. 100%.
Honestly, the only time I'll be honest about this. The last 2 years of Matt Patricia, whatever the hell his name is, I refuse to watch the Lions.
Hey,
I won't lie about it. I refused. It was so bad.
He's on
when they got rid of DeLorean, when they got rid of Slay, I couldn't do it, man.
He's also on both of them on the Eagles.
Yeah, now they're both on the Eagles.
And I used to hold so I still do. Every year I hold a charity event at Ford Field. And they came down there and they're like, da 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 da. And by the way, we could have. I said, no, not this year. They're like, what? I was like, not this year. No. They're like, wait, what? I was like, not this year.
We don't want them. We don't want
anything. I was like, you could bring in. We don't really want anybody, so they didn't bring anybody in. We got him back the next year after that, the Campbell year. I actually wonder what we're gonna do this year.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are you doing it again this year?
We are, but we got a shitty weekend. We got Super Bowl weekend. We usually get yeah. It's gonna be tough. We'll still probably bring in like 180, 200,000, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. We'll see who shows up to what. Yeah, it's a shit week. Usually we're the weekend of the MAC tournament. So like whoever plays in the MAC, they usually leave the shit up for us in the locker rooms, which is fucking really dope. So like especially like when we get a Michigan team in there, like Western or so little whatever the not MAC, sorry, Little Caesar Bowl? No, it is the MAC tournament. Whatever the MAC tournament is, because Western was there one year, Central was there. Yeah, it has to be the MAC.
It does not. Yeah. It does not like the vet. No jail.
Oh, it doesn't have a jail? It should.
No jail.
Heathens. Only team ever. What scumbags? Only team ever to fucking.
Dude, that's like a
Wayseeker was out there booing
narrative,
Santa Claus.
People still, What'd you just say?
Wayseeker was probably there.
Oh, I thought you were going to bring up the fucking throwing snowballs at Santa Claus.
That's what I was. Wayseeker was probably there throwing snowballs at fucking Santa Claus.
What year was that?
Don't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
50 years ago.
Plus, didn't you guys hold on? Did the Eagles are the same
some
team?
jerk off dressed up as Santa?
Eagles are the same team that fucking had to go out there and recruit fucking bums on the street to play for their team at one point.
People murder each other at fucking Giants, fucking Dodgers games, but no, they're fine. Those fans are fine. People literally get murdered.
No,
but
they're not
God
fine.
forbid, 50 years ago, somebody threw a snowball at Santa.
I've also tried not to
batteries at their players, beer bottles onto the field. No,
you had to bring that shit up, dude.
No,
I remember in Tiger Stadium.
It's a weak argument shitting on Philly fans.
I remember in Tiger Stadium when it was right after we missed. It was right. Well, it had to be after '86. It was around the Cecil time, and they were talking about tearing down the stadium and building a new one, and it was when Bo Schembechler fired Ernie Harwell. Remember that? Bo Schembechler came. People took car fucking batteries, and started chucking them in the fucking outfield. Outfield.
Fire Ernie Harwell.
Yeah, they're pissed. Funny story about Ernie. You want an Ernie Harwell story? I actually got to spend a lot of time with Ernie Harwell. Even though Bo Schembechler's a shitbag, he actually did me a great favor. Ernie Harwell, I lived in Farmington Hills. I worked at a restaurant in Farmington Hills. And one day, my friend's working there. And it's the same guy in Arizona that I'm going to tell the story one day about how we went to strip club and got pulled over right off the bat and went to jail. But I didn't go to jail. He went to jail. But all of a sudden, I hear him talking, and I hear this voice, and I'm like, what the fuck? Does he have the game on? So I walk out there. I'm bartending.
No, that's an event. You got no problem with hot dogs.
Turns out Ernie would come up there to watch the game because in that place at that time, unless you paid for DirecTV, you were not allowed to broadcast like the sound on the fucking game. So he'd come and sit there and listen to it. And my buddy was like, yeah, he comes in like every fucking day. So for a whole summer, most of the days we'd start working day shift. I mean, what type of money does a bartender make day shift? Nothing. But we worked day shift because during day game he'd sit there. Then we worked at 7 o'clock because he would sit there during the down times, and we get to hang out with fucking Ernie Harwell, man. And he was nice as the days fucking long. Nice as the fucking days long.
Legend.
Mm-hmm. And then thank God that the great Greek Macedonian, who also owns Little Caesars, bought the fucking Tigers finally, fired Bo Schembechler, sent him to the curb, sent Monahan to whatever crazy fucking island he lives on now. And we got Ernie back for a couple of years. I mean, I miss sitting there and talking to him, but it was great that we got him back for a bunch of years. So there you go.
Let me say this.
Oh, JJ.
Let me say this about Philly fans of all sports. We supported Ben Simmons. What the fuck happened to him? We supported Markelle Fultz, as shitty as he ended up being. As shitty as Trey Turner for the Phillies this year has been. Dude couldn't hit shit for months. He got a standing ovation this weekend. because he finally woke up a little bit. He got a curtain call, but nobody talks about that. The fans cheering him, standing, giving him support, not booing him. No, nobody hears about that. They still go back to the 1970s with some jerk off dressed up like Santa, got snowballs thrown at him. Because it's an easy story to say.
Trough urinals, I think is what he's saying. Trough urinals. I don't think we have any more of those.
Worst.
In the defense of that, Pete, like Santa's like a international icon.
You can't do that.
So if you throw a snowball at Santa,
But it's not like the fucking Macy's Santa. This was if you dressed up as Santa and started acting like a jerk off, you're just a guy dressed up as Santa. Like,
whoa. Are you kidding me? The Pistons, and for the longest times, okay. And by the way, speaking of the Pistons, and this is what I'm gonna. When do we get to rewrite fucking history that fucking the malice in the palace was the Pistons' fault? Yeah, that one fan was a shitbag, and he should have gone to jail for throwing the cup. But let's not act like Ron fucking Artest or Jackson or any other of those douchebags.
Who?
Who's the Jackson kid? What's his name?
No, don't you mean Meta World Peace?
Oh, fuck it. No. Let's not act like those fucking assholes. I mean, fucking Artest fucking need Ben Wallace in the nuts twice in that game, which they conveniently showed on the new retelling because apparently Jackson and Artest now are great people who are good podcasters. So now their story on ESPN is like, well, do you know we went to Detroit and they treated us so poorly, and we wouldn't have ran into fan. By the way, that guy should have gone to jail for throwing the cup, and it was awesome that they knocked out those two assholes.
Agreed.
Who I was at that fucking game, mind you. It was nice that they knocked those two assholes out. But what they don't show in there is the fact that it wasn't they were just jumping in the stands. They jumped in it, and while people were pointing the guy out to say, "Hey, get this guy out of here," he jumped in the stands and then hit the wrong motherfucker. And then Ben Wallace's brother was in there, and after he saw him get hit in the nuts too, this is the other one that Jackson and all those fucking idiots talk shit about.
Ben Wallace.
Go back and watch the real tapes because Ben Wallace's stepbrother stomped the fuck out of him in the aisle. His big ass stomped the fuck out of him. So when they're like, "Oh, we were throwing down," no, you weren't. You were getting stomped the fuck out, and security had to drag you fucking back there. So let's not act like you're cut footage now.
Steven Jackson, that's right.
Steven Jackson, yes. They were like, "Oh, we were just throwing." Yeah, Steven Jackson threw one punch, missed a couple. The only thing that made him good.
Yeah.
The only thing that saved those boys was that they should have hit those two kids. Those two kids that stood on the two guys, the guy that owns the like cell phone store or whatever that got on the floor. 100% should have been knocked the fuck out. Don't get in front of athletes. I don't care that we just stopped them and dragged them out of the stands. Don't get in their face. You didn't have nothing. And the one kid fell. The one fat ass fell over the other one, which got his ass knocked out. Like, that was good shit. But then they have to come back and do this documentary where they're like, "We didn't do anything wrong. We were just hanging out at the scorer's table. And then all of a sudden, all of Detroit and we stopped them." No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Ben Wallace's brother took out 3 Pacers. 3. He stopped the fuck out of 3 Pacers. And
it wasn't Ben Wallace. It was Ben Wallace's brother.
Ben Wallace, and it's his stepbrother. Yeah, Ben Wallace's stepbrother stomped the fuck out of him. And by the way, you know who wasn't in the stands? The Pistons. They were just going, "Fuck those boys up." Like, it was crazy.
Unrelated. Dude. Did you see that White Sox dude got laid out by the guy in the Indians?
Yes. A whole bunch of people got suspended.
Oh yeah. He looked for it. Actually, it's kind of a crazy move too because he did accept. Yeah, no, it wasn't that. The guy did like his punch reminded me of like 90s mosh pit random guy just swinging around with straight arms. If you look at it again, he just swung around his arm and straight armed him, and it just clocked him right, like boo, 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 just clocked him right there, dude. It was fucking hilarious.
Dude, he went down like a UFC fighter, just got caught with a kick to the head.
So Joe, that the Palace was horrible at that time. They previous to that, 3 years previous to that, when we were the teal ones, me and a couple friends went. Well, me and one friend, JP Bailey, went in there.
And I'd stuck in a 2 fists. Like you could do anything at that point in the teal years. It was right as we were about to move Stackhouse.
Cherry Stackhouse.
Yeah. So Mutombo was playing for the Hawks. Yeah. Mutombo was playing for the Hawks. I'm a 5th deep already. Like my
son was doing that at 2 years old.
Yeah.
I just
So how the Palace used to work is behind the visitors' bench. It was like visitors' bench, their second row, their third row, which was fold-ups, and then stands. So Mutombo's playing for Atlanta.
Yeah.
And he's not doing good. He's the end of his career. And all I kept doing, because I'm fucking hammered, and I'm a real big jackass at the time.
Oh, he wasn't at the end yet. He still had to
Who wants to sex Mutombo? Hey, you missed another shot. Who wants to sex the Mutombo? For people that don't know, there's a story that Mutombo, when he was in college, walked in to a party, and he had no shirt on and was just wearing brief or boxers, walked to the party and said, "Who wants to sex the Mutombo?" That's like what he did. So we're doing that through the game, and Mutombo's game is getting worse and worse. And then, I mean, you might have, what did Palace sit, like 60,000, 40,000, 48,000? You might have had 1,000 people in the whole fucking stadium. You know how quiet a fucking stadium is when it's dudes in a 45,000 seat stadium?
Then you hear, who wants to sex the Mutombo?
And we're literally sitting, there's 2 guys behind us. It's us. It's the empty row. That's their bench, technically. The second bench where you sit when you're not going to be put back in, and the first row. So Mutombo, I think in the third quarter he's having such a bad game, he ends up getting put in the second row. So he's done pretty much for the night. So you know what we did? We just kept going. And the 2 guys behind us are goading us. All of a sudden, he turns around, and I'm drunk, but you get that moment of clarity every once in a while, and you're like, oh, this motherfucker is bigger than I thought. And he's reaching over, and his hand is in the row right in front of me. Right in fucking front of me. And all of a sudden, I'm like, fuck. And Bailey's like, dude. He's like, they're coming. I was like, shit. So we're dropping fists out of we're like kicking the fists down. So you hear, whoop, whoop, boom, boom, boom. So on the court, fists are smashing. And we're calmed down. The 2 guys behind us, though, are because of Mutombo's reaction, are fucking riled. They're like, fuck you. Yeah. You fucking suck. Security comes down. We turn around. We look at them and go, Security. No, we didn't point at them. Security grabs those boys and yanks them.
I don't know these guys. I think they've been drinking, sir.
Yeah. We're like, I don't know whose bottles those are. Whose bottles is it?
I heard a lot of rattling.
Some alcoholic beverages.
We didn't rat them out. We just didn't say shit. We were like, I don't know why that. What? Oh, okay. What? You're gonna take them out? All right. Not our problem. We don't know anything. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. We were like this. We were like, oh. Okay. Well,
anybody else want a hot dog?
Yeah. Beer not coming around soon or whatever. We should go up and get some nachos, right? We proceeded to take off after that point. But yeah, but they did. Like you're right, 100%. It was way too fucking close to the court. There's no way that they should have had those that close to the court. But that guy that threw the beer was probably off court side, like off front row. Where the announcer table is, front row announcer table, he was probably only 6 rows back. Like now it's not like that anymore, but even in the Palace after that thing, they removed those rows. They just fucking got rid of them. They moved 3 rows back. The Pistons were terrible. Yeah, teal Pistons were terrible.
With that
said, they won a championship.
We're like a half hour from when we were going to leave before, because now it's 1 o'clock.
We gotta go.
It's 3 hours and 43 minutes. Man, what's another 4-hour show? Talk about basketball and football.
Dude, the Palace is a beautiful stadium. It was not a crap.
Yeah, the Palace was gorgeous.
They just put too many seats in there. They like literally put you right on the court.
Like they should have done that.
All basketballs like that, though.
Yeah, but you can't let people sneaking in fifths of booze.
Well, that's a
sitting
different.
right next.
That's
I mean, you
different.
can't.
I'm just saying, like all
like back
basketball
then,
people were right there.
The type of money I had back then, you can't let that type of person. You can't let me and P. Bailey.
Like,
you can't have us sitting that close. That's not
fucking
that's not,
courtside seat
that's not
is just a
making up for
fucking
good
folding
situation.
chair where you could put your foot out into the court if you really wanted to.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So, like the next row up was folding chairs from us behind
Yeah,
their
that's what I'm
bench.
saying. But that's basketball. Like basketball, yeah, it's a bit too close.
Hockey talk, dude. You want to talk, dude? I gotta tell you this. Joe Louis. Everybody always talks about the Olympia, and Olympia's fine, but Joe Louis Arena was a great place to watch a game till we started winning Stanley Cups, and then that happened. They started shortening the seat size. They had all those people in standing only spots. It was just fucking rough, dude. It was rough. They fucked that place up.
Well, they love their Sergei Fedorov.
No, they don't.
And they love their Steve Yzermans.
They love Steve Yzerman. I'm not sure a lot of people like Sergei Fedorov.
Card dealers do?
Hmm?
Is it card dealers do?
Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't. I mean, he was kind of like people would be like, "Oh yeah, and we have Fedorov."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's no Stevie Yzerman.
Stevie Y.
All right, let's go.
All right, I think we're done, right? 3:45. I think
we're
gone
done.
long
We're
enough.
more than done. We're gonna section this off as sports talk. Dub, give it to us.
Tomorrow night. Tomorrow maybe we'll get some dollar bin digging.
Yeah,
if
I
we
got
get
it.
some
I got
done
it
in
all
time.
planned.
Sweet.
And a top 10 and 10 for the members.
Members only. Friday night we'll get off my lawn with the boys. Check out Sticks, Jedi, and Dom.
Get top 10 and 10 on Friday.
Saturday night special. Matt, who is a fan of the Authority, and you get Kyle. You get Sticks. Maybe you'll get some other people on there. Maybe you'll get
Maybe
Jedi.
get Brucifer. Maybe get Lopez.
Brucifer, not Jedi. Yeah, Brucifer. Maybe Lopez.
Maybe you'll get Hartman.
Yeah, maybe you'll get Hartman.
Maybe Sam will show up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Sam. Right.
Sam, I like Sam. Yeah.
Sam is good. And then Sunday night Star Wars show. I don't know if you heard, but they're definitely gonna be talking about the Obi-Wan book on Star Wars, and then maybe
with the foreskin character.
The Force, yeah, long snoot.
Long snoot.
And then Max Rebo. Max Rebo will be the top.
Max Rebo is good. Yes.
Max Rebo is the highlight of the show. So make sure you read up on it, and then you guys can discuss Max Rebo on Sunday. And then Monday will be the rotating show. We are on. What are we on this week?
Monday I'll have my Wednesday watch list, so it'll be the new books to look out for on Wednesday, and then Tuesday will be Chasing Ghosts because I just did Hidden Gems, so I'll do a Chasing Ghosts.
Chasing Ghosts.
I do think that the thumbnail will be is this the book of the year? And yes, I'm talking about the Max Rebo book because it could be the book.
Oh, on Sunday? Well, you tell me what you want, and I'll
in all of comics. Wow.
Book of the year. Wow. Opportunity. Book of the year.
That's amazing.
Book of the year.
That's absolutely amazing.
All right. And with that, thank you all. We'll see you guys all next week. All right. Later.